One sexy butt and 3 people.
Damn. I could just listen
I
to
can
this song.
sing, they can't. Who sings the best?
Me.
Who's the coolest person?
Me.
I'm
Okay,
singing
there's
episode names. Aran and Cole.
Oh, you're very
That's the hard part about making the episode titles before we actually play. I'm like, I think I know what's going on.
Line, raise your volume level.
Yeah, you just got
Yeah,
super
Keelan,
quiet.
you're super quiet.
I got quiet, huh? Am I still quiet?
Now you're
You
muted.
know, you
Now
lower,
he's muted.
you
What
lower
is-
the
That
music.
that is the opposite direction.
What are you guys talking? Are you guys messing with me?
Still mute.
Still mute.
There's
Still
no
mute.
way. I see that I'm broadcasting, like, I see my volume's really high over there.
Nope.
Nope,
it's
you're
not.
super quiet.
Yep.
What? But why?
Why is this map different?
Because I said so. Uh-huh.
Because we drew up.
Yes.
Well, we were drunk.
Do you guys still not hear me? Do you really not hear me? You must not actually hear me. What the hell? The stream hears me right now, but you guys don't. Alright, let me rejoin then.
Okay, I need.
We are rejoining the Zoom chat, because apparently I'm a mute man.
It's an anus. Yeah. My anus is virgin.
Is this better? Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Like, normally?
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell?
As good as my virgin ass.
Panos is in a mood tonight. I don't know what is into him today.
Drugs. Love.
Oh, the drugs.
It's all the
Literally.
drugs.
It's
I
just
think it's
drugs.
exhaustion.
Exhaustion and drugs, maybe?
Exhaustion drugs.
Can it be both?
It's like next level drugs that make you exhausted and I don't know. Exhausted.
Oh, this map doesn't have Baldur's Gate for whatever reason. That's why. I
It's
couldn't
like the
decide.
best game in the world, though.
No. Best game in the world.
Why
is
doesn't
D&D,
this map
baby.
have Baldur's Gate?
There's no such thing. Baldur's
Because
Gate
it's
doesn't
inferior.
exist.
Okay, I can
Oh
see a link
wait,
now.
is this the wrong map?
Let
No,
me-
this is the right map.
Let me spam the link of the stream everywhere.
Bill got it right. The sound check totally got botched. Rolled a natural one on sound check. What is the? Oh, this is Alfred doing his job. I love it when Alfred does his job.
Yeah, he did it quite fast this time around.
Yeah, he was relatively quick. He heard you complaining that it wasn't there yet, even before I started the
Yeah.
stream. So he's like, I better get on that.
Dagger for Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Oh my god.
That-
I ate so much Taco Bell before we started streaming. This was probably a terrible idea.
Oh, dude, why did you do that?
Because I was
now
hungry.
Now you're just a time bomb.
I'm gonna make it. You're just gonna see me in our Discord chat, like, 15 minutes into the game. I'll be like, time check. Can we wrap this up?
I take baby.
As my anus is exploding.
Okay, so apparently when you ask for a map of Faerun, it doesn't give you the whole goddamn map because it doesn't include Icewind Dale. The other map I have is basically all of Icewind Dale. That's why I couldn't find anything.
I hate when that happens.
The one you sent me earlier had Baldur's Gate on it, though, I thought.
It did. So the one I sent you earlier doesn't have Icewind Dale. The map for this campaign is essentially mostly the Icewind Dale area.
Interesting.
Why are you guys trading maps? I feel so left out. I want to be cool.
Backstory.
Ew.
You'll get your turn.
I had my turn. I had my whole
Yeah.
little childhood flashback
I know.
where I got abducted by a
Spoilers!
religious sycophant.
Sounds like so perverted.
Okay, so that's
I
why.
love
So
it.
it's got to be way up here, and that one's got to be way down here.
Oh, some pervert storylines with weird religious people that abuse youngsters. Favorite story of the world is that.
I'm just like so into the music right now. Like all of these
It
songs have
reminds
been
me
good.
of like Unsolved Mysteries.
This song right now.
Ooh.
Today's case: a giant in the woods, spiders all over the trees.
A tree in his anus?
Actually, would be a
What
good
is that
unsolved
doing,
mystery episode.
Yeah.
What is the tree doing in his anus?
Yeah, the scene of the
Oh.
crime, we stumbled upon this giant with a tree in its anus. Witnesses are not able to give account how the giant ended up this way. Cue music.
There are witnesses? God damn, we haven't killed those?
We spoke to the spiders. The local druid spoke to the spiders. The spiders have no idea. It seemed like a regular fight, and then all of a sudden this dude has an entire tree lodged in its ass.
Could you imagine just walking past this area, having no concept of what's happened, and just seeing the giant like
Like,
The
damn,
best
it's a bad
times.
day.
Like eventually there's just going to be a massive skeleton like
Yeah,
hanging
just
by its
sitting there.
pelvic bone.
It's
gonna be
you're
like-
proud of yourself, Alicia.
I am.
It's like,
I
it's like
absolutely am.
People are just gonna see it's gonna be a giant. It's gonna be the giant skeleton with just a giant tree coming out of its
Right
dick.
through it.
Like it's
it just looks like it has a tree dick.
Tree dick
the
is
town.
the best
The
dick.
town will be called Giant Dick. Something like that.
I will have made my mark on history.
My god.
I
For
mean,
Yeah,
years
guys.
to come.
You complained about me being a pervert.
I think we're all in that kind of mood tonight, it seems.
Are you saying I complained about? When did I complain about you being a pervert?
Never. Ooh, Sublime present! Oh my god, I haven't seen that intro again. The newest intro of the new intro.
Oh wait. Things are happening.
Things are happening, man.
Best intro ever.
I'm on fire!
I don't when you guys made the comment that it was like a 90s sitcom intro, it's like affecting me emotionally. I'm like, I have to change it. I'll find another way to make this cooler. I'll just have like thrashing metal music and then just like
What's wrong with
flames and
90s
fire.
sitcoms?
I know, I could love a 90s sitcom.
And me jerking off in front of Disney Cast.
Best time.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to episode 12 of the Tales of Whimsey. We are all in a very spirited spirit today. If the pre-show banter is anything to go on, it's going to be a good one. Carl, how are you doing today? Right now, I've heard
I'm pretty good.
I've heard your co-DM is in a deep slumber.
Yes. So if I go this way, you'll notice that the child prison is now empty
The child
because
prison.
that baby is passed out.
Her sentence has been completed. She's been let free.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Which is nice. She may wake up at some point, and I may have a co-DM, but I think I may be co-DM free tonight.
I don't know if that's a pro or a con. I feel like Baby DM
Flame.
is kind of becoming part of the stream now.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. She learned how to swear.
Wonderful.
That's what was her swear word of choice?
It's when she drops something, she goes, "Ah, shit."
Does she say it in like a cute baby way? Does she go like, "Ah, shit," or something like that?
Ah, shit.
It's like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
Just normalize the behavior now. Let her go into
Yeah.
school for the first time and just swear her face off and just think
Uh-huh.
it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Panos, how are you
So
doing
now
tonight,
it's
my
something I have
friend?
to do.
I'm doing a rogue Assassin's Creed something cosplay. I don't know. I just thought like I would dress mysteriously in white.
Mysteriously in white.
Yeah. Sexy as ever, baby.
I mean, I'm into, especially when you say it that way with the blowing the kiss. I got a little chub over here. That was pretty good. Cal, on that note, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fucking wonderful. Yeah, I'm good.
It's going to be that kind of stream. I could just tell.
It is.
And Deb, take us home. How is Deb doing over there?
Doing great.
Great. A plus. Deb's just like, get going.
Go. We got a murder thing. Let's wrap this murder up, please.
All right.
Level
5 out of
4,
7.
I'm ready to go.
All right. So where we last left our people basically was an episode of giant murder. And as you probably heard from our pre-show banter, it ended up with its anus on a spike, courtesy of our resident warlock, Alicia, shooting him off a castle top, butt first onto a tree branch or
I think that was
tree
the first time I hit him
stump.
too.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was a good one. That was the
Best
first
time.
one. It was the ultimate one. But with all of that said, I will pitch it over to, as I keep continuing to call him, Captain Carl. Take it away.
So after Alicia and her serial sodomy,
Serial sodomy.
so
It's happened
at this
both
point, that's what it
times.
is. Siri, no.
Someone
Everyone
look
said
that up.
the butt action.
Siri wants some butt action, baby.
Yeah, apparently serial sodomy really got Siri going. So
Favorite subject.
interesting note. Yeah, you guys managed to survive what is known as a CR6 encounter.
Yeah.
So
is that?
Please explain, boss man.
The way Dungeons and Dragons kind of adjusts difficulty is by adjusting something called the challenge rating, or CR. So the higher level that the group is on average, the higher CR that you should make the encounter. So for people that know the Lost Mines of Phandelver, they know, wait a minute, they weren't supposed to fight a giant. They're supposed to fight a dragon. I changed it for reasons. And I also upped the difficulty because you guys have just kind of been steamrolling my monsters. So it was an experiment on my part. So I threw a really hard fight at you.
Easy.
Not going to lie, I fully expected one of you to actually die. And I almost got one of you. I almost got Pie.
The
I
usual.
wonder.
I mean, but you almost always get pie. Like, getting pie down is not the reward. You have to finish them off.
I feel like at
yeah,
this
but
point that's a low blow.
That's a lucky charm. We should let every time Pie get down. We win the fight easy. It's like the lucky charm of our group.
You're just going to stab him in the back and push him into the enemies before the fight starts. You're like, we need this pie. We need the luck. Go.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I almost got you through massive damage, which is very difficult to do because I
Yeah.
have to do your current HP and then your total HP.
Yeah. And based on what pre-show banter I can gather so far, it seems as though the party took note of how vulnerable Pie is to getting murdered and accounted for their various spell selections and skill ups to account for this meat shield, like wet rag that we have as a tank over here.
I know. But that was an excellent segue because as your reward for surviving said giant fight, you have all leveled up to level 4. So we are going to go around the horn and see what is new for everybody at level 4, starting with our resident wet piece of paper, Pie.
Wet piece of paper pie. That sounds like the worst kind of pie that you could possibly imagine. So,
Sounds pretty gross.
so
It's like paper mache.
yeah,
It's like sweet potato pie.
in a pie somehow. Like, would there be flecks
you.
of paper
That's fighting
in
words.
the pie? That's that's
Well
right.
done.
I
You're
forgot
on the
how
list.
intense he is about these sweet potato pies.
I'm gonna die today.
You heard it here first. Alicia's the next to die.
I like glanced up at my screen and I see Carl with these intense dagger eyes, like jabbing at the screen. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So Pie, knowing that he, like, generally his style is obviously like headstrong, like a little bit of a doof, like his literal intelligence and wisdom scores are in the negatives from an efficiency bonus perspective. So not the brightest dude or the wisest dude. So he kind of jumps headfirst into stuff, and as a result, I decided to take the feat Tough, as I alluded to in the episode last week, which basically gives him an extra 2 hit points every time he levels up on top of however many hit points that he would get traditionally. So in this instance, since he's level 4, this gives him a total of 8 extra hit points, which doesn't necessarily sound like a ton, but by having like essentially 2 healer-ish characters between Pie and Kluarin, and Pie having a bit more like chonk on him, I was hopeful that this is going to allow him to survive encounters at least for another round more than he usually does, is the hope. When I was looking through the feats, I didn't see anything else that was really diving out at me. I noticed in D&D they have a lot of stat bumps included as part of feats, which is interesting. I don't believe that's the same in Pathfinder, to my knowledge.
No, the reason for that is feats are supposed to be like you're basically changing the way you do something in D&D. For Pathfinder, it's every 3rd level, or depending on your class, you get a bunch of feats. Just be like, oh, now I could do this or this or this.
Yeah.
Feats are meant in D&D are meant to be a huge thing that affects your character. So you either choose that or your stat bump, which is why you'll notice that a lot of feats will have, +1 to this, +1 to that.
Yeah, so it was hard to turn down some of those, but tough ended up being the one that made the most sense to me. So an extra 8 HP, bringing him up to a total of 49. I still don't know if I have the most HP of anyone in the party. I
Do
don't.
now. I
You
have
do,
do
yeah.
now.
Well, thank God. It took me taking a feat to beat our, cloth-wearing caster types, but we got there.
Chonky boy.
So Pi took tough, and that was all he got for 4th level, unfortunately.
Okay. You just got tougher.
Just got tough.
What is new with Alicia at level 4?
Okay, so I have talked about in the past how Alicia likes to use her spells not necessarily for damage, but for like utility. But I think after seeing Iran go unconscious, how many times Pi has fallen and she feels kind of
Wow.
helpless, especially after the giant. I think she feels a little demoralized because she missed him 3 times when she's normally like dead on to hit. So
Yeah, you rolled a solid bunch of 12s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of 12s.
So I was allowed to choose a new cantrip and a new spell, 2nd level. So for my cantrip, I chose Chill Touch.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Chill touch.
Yeah, so basically I create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range and make a ranged spell attack against the creature. They take 1d8 necrotic damage and it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Fun.
Interesting.
And if I hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Ooh, well, that's juicy.
I was going to say that would have
So-
been legit to have in the zombie fight, because that would have theoretically stopped them from rejuvenating, right?
Yeah. So the spell damage increases at a couple of higher levels. So that was my cantrip I chose. And then for my spell, I chose Scorching Ray, which is one that I can choose because I'm a Fiend Warlock. It's one of my bonus spells that I can choose from. So basically it creates 3 it creates 3 rays of fire and hurls them at targets within range. So I can choose 1 target or several targets. And each ray, it does 2d6 fire damage. So I can do that 3 times, basically.
Very nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Getting more offensively dangerous, as if like your cantrip ass blaster is already like super effective. Like it kind of drives me nuts. Like when I designed Pi, I made sure that he would be like a martial specialist, and like here's this warlock off to the side, literally just using like a kindergarten spell, essentially, like doing as much damage and hitting literally like 99% of the time. I'm just like, son of a bitch.
That's
Yeah,
D&D, baby.
my agonizing blast helps because it adds a charisma modifier onto my damage, which is 5. So
Yeah,
and
Alicia hits
as
like
for
a truck.
my stats, I decided to split them between dexterity and intelligence. Dexterity because my initiative was -1. When I hit with my dagger, it's a -1. So if I roll a 1, I do a 0 like I did against the giant. So now I'm at a 0 modifier.
Yeah.
And intelligence I chose because it will help improve my arcana checks and my investigation checks. So yeah.
Dang.
That's what I did.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, so overall, huge improvements for you, especially since your stat increases will increase your modifiers.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
Mhm. I was going to put in charisma, but I can't go higher than 20. So
No, you can't.
Already
I
the
would have
most
got that and be like,
charismatic.
no. All right, what is new for our resident kick-ass cleric, Cluarin?
So I was looking at the 7 million spells that I get to choose from, and it took a while to narrow it down. So I ended up picking the Word of Radiance cantrip because it does radiant damage, and the guiding bolt spell's been doing a lot of good damage to things, and I was like, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I then picked Hold Person for my 2nd level spell that I get to pick because it could be useful for stopping things fleeing that we want to hit,
Mhm.
or stopping things fleeing that we want to question without doing any damage. And then I put my ability score into Strength because the Wisdom score is what I cast spells with, but I tend to hit with them now, and I wanted to do a bit more damage with the Warhammer.
Man.
Fair enough.
It's like sick to think of Kluarin already being the most OP character that we have, and then it's just like, P.S. Here's all this other cool shit I can do now. It's like, it's humbling.
I love playing a cleric. This is so much fun.
Kluarin's a monster. I love it. The prettiest, daintiest little monster.
Monster.
And finally, what is new with Iran?
I mean, you know what they say. The last one, the better one. So,
Is that a saying?
I mean, it is now. It's obviously now. So
It's the Greek version of Save the Best for Last.
There you go.
Translated
Best guy,
The
last
Greek-less
guy,
version.
new guy, Greek guy, Souvlaki Gero. Okay, I took 2 points on dexterity. So I have a bonus 4 on dexterity, meaning I can stealth better and I can do acrobatics better. And I have a better dexterity save. Pretty good with me.
Better initiative.
Iran's going to be able to steal the gold now without any of us
Yeah.
noticing.
You have
Yeah.
ludicrous stats, by the way.
Because
You
I'm
rolled so well.
best is for last. Last is for best. We told that again. Okay. So I had the choice to take 1 cantrip and 1 spell. For my cantrip, I chose message. I can say messages to people that they can only hear. So it's like private SMS in the Middle Ages. Ooh, sexy. And for my spell, I took hold person that I can paralyze a humanoid creature if they don't make a wisdom saving throw. And that lasts for 10 turns or until they make the wisdom saving throw. It can be pretty annoying for the opposition, meaning our wonderful DM.
I'm beginning to notice a certain theme to the spells you've all chosen.
Yeah.
I will make sure that my creatures are immune to hold person.
Metagaming. That's metagaming.
Well, what if me
I
and
am the metagame.
Yeah. I am the Medicaid.
I feel like if me and Aram do it at the same time, we should get double the effect.
Yeah.
Can you
Just cancel each
Super
other out.
paralyzed.
I'm just picturing a fight where there's like a mass horde of like, there's 3 ruffians coming at us, and then Kluarin and Iran are both just like, no. And then we like 4v1 some poor dude while his friends are just stuck paralyzed watching. They're all just like, oh God, no, please.
Let's see.
don't
Target
hate that.
humanoid. Okay.
Carl's just like, how can I get around this?
You can't.
Okay.
Cannot. Unless we fight until the end of the session.
As I say,
Maybe that way.
we will just never see another humanoid creature again. It's going
Yeah.
It's
to
going to be spiders
All
and
birds.
dragons and
Yeah.
birds.
be all birds. That's the,
All birds.
welcome to the all bird episode of Tales of Whimsey. I'm so glad that you told me that we were supposed to fight a dragon, by the way, because the Sirenscape sound pack has all these dragon sounds that I'm supposed to be using. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I feel like I have advanced knowledge because I know there's a dragon here because there's a dragon sound pack. And then all of a sudden you're like, P.S. there's a giant. And I'm like, what? There's no giant anything here.
So giant sounds.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not a thing. It
At
made
least I
me
gave you the week to prep for it.
Well, it made me mad at Sirenscape, and then I realized you had just like pulled a switcheroo on me, so it wasn't Sirenscape's fault. I still love you, Sirenscape.
Poor Sirenscape's crying in the corner.
I know.
Who cares? Let it cry. Like
Aw.
a giant being stuck in the anus by a tree.
Damn.
Tell me.
This is my world. I can change it as I see fit.
Clearly.
Only bird people now.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to go to our heroes as they're all kind of sombering in the druid's kind of shanty house. You've all bunked out where you could with the limited space available. The druid has not returned that night, but you still all kind of, bunked in. As we kind of the camera, let's do the camera here. So as the camera's like looking down on our group, where are you all sleeping? Kind of just like describe like what makeshift bed you've made.
Pi, I don't think would actually be in a bed. I think you would find him leaned up against the wall, kind of like sitting with his face towards the door, kind of like a naturally protective state. Like he's not trying to stay awake to, be guard or something, but he kind of wants to be in a alert position if something goes on. So he'd be kind of, sleep sitting against the wall. Head like off to the side, like.
Claren doesn't really care. They'd have just grabbed a corner and with their cloak and just been like unconscious with the meat, just like.
Got a room full of snores.
And you would have heard like glug 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 under the cloak.
I want to try a performance check in order to try and draw a Bahamut dick on the forehead of
What?
Okay.
What is happening?
Is it a performance check or a stealth or acrobatics? I don't know.
Do stealth because you're trying not to wake him up.
D&D, the Slumber Party edition.
This is really why he leveled up his dexterity. Now I get it. It was all for a dick joke.
All right, Pi, roll me perception check with the disadvantage because you're asleep.
Oh,
Be the 19.
my God. A perception, you said?
Yep, with disadvantage.
Uh,
You are
yeah.
snoring soundly with that 6.
Yeah, that's not great.
I'm gonna whisper to Alicia in Tiefling. Look at what I'm gonna do in his forehead. He's gonna be praised by Bahamut, all right. Wink, wink.
You never grow up, do you?
No, there's no time to grow up.
What
Can
does
I
a
use it
dragon
for a
penis
pillow?
look like?
What?
I said, can I use you for a pillow tonight?
I mean, why not?
Okay.
I'm good
That's
for
how Alicia
everything.
sleeps.
Mhm.
With her
Okay.
head on Oron's belly.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I'm gonna draw a small Bahamut penis because Bahamut's definitely small. All good gods are. Only the cool
Dragon
bad ones.
penises, notoriously small.
What makes it a dragon penis though? Like what kind of shape is it that it's distinguishable from just any other penis?
Scales.
I'll send you some photos later.
Okay.
I have extensively looked into this.
I mean, I can think of someone who might.
Yeah. My mind went there immediately. Moving on.
No.
There's a subreddit, I think, involving cars.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I forgot about that subreddit.
And that's where we're going to leave our those heroes. Well, our heroes. So the camera's going to start slowly panning out, and then it's going to go back down onto our 2 tieflings. And specifically, it's going to keep focusing on Alicia. And that's where it's going to end as it drifts into a different scene where we see those same 2 tieflings a little bit younger in a forest. Now, you can't really hear what they're discussing, but they're looking at each other and they're discussing something very seriously. Again, you could just tell by their body language that this is very intense conversation. And then you just see kind of out of the side of the camera as this flash of red just kind of blows across the rest of the screen, and both tieflings snap up and kind of look in that direction. They just take off. As they're running, they come up to this village that is just on fire. Buildings, stone, everything is burning. It looks as if there was just like a nuke that just went off in the center of this town. And as they get there, they see maybe what was the cause of this are these massive fire elementals. And as they get there, the fire elementals just slowly start winking out and like just turning to ash. Again, you can't really hear what the tieflings are saying, but you can see that they're frantically calling just for maybe people, townsfolk, maybe each other. You don't really know. And you see them kind of digging through the ruins and everything. Eventually, you see that both tieflings come upon this older tiefling who is obviously dying terribly from his burns. And he manages to say a few words. Again, you cannot hear them. And then we fade out, and then we come back, and it is dawn. You have all officially leveled up. It is now morning. What do you guys do?
I wanna take. I don't have any spell that can create a mirror, do I? Can I create like a reflection on my hand with prestidigitation, like a mirror effect on my palm?
You probably have like a small steel mirror. That's in like every adventurer's kit.
Oh my god, Pi, you are so sick. There is something on your forehead. I think like you have been praised by Bahamut or something. Quick, take a look. And I'm gonna take out my small mirror. I'm gonna sigh, lie down, and just raise up the mirror so it can reach him. You know, like raise up my hand so she can see his forehead.
He kind of like snorts awake. He's like, what?
Wake
He
up!
like
Wake up! It's very important. You have been praised by Bahamut in your sleep.
he like looks into the mirror and his eyes kind of like, you see him almost like turn his head like a dog. He's like, his eyes are still like, you know, still in a daze from just waking up. And as his vision clears, he sees this crudely drawn, questionably dragon tiny penis. And you see him like just smack the mirror out of Aran's hand. So like the three of them had grouped together in the past, so he knows Aran does this kind of stuff. He's like, stupid god.
I got you.
He turns.
You were so adorable while we were sleeping. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
He's like, normally this would be something like wildly offensive to him, but Pi is very much like, he treats these guys like family at this point. So he's just like, ah, piece of shit. You see him just like spit into his hand. He's like, starts just like rubbing his forehead, as it's not actually wiping it off. It's just kind of smearing it around. He just has this little like splotchy spot on his head, and he's like, good enough. Where's our druid friend?
Let's go and find him. He must be.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, that's an awful long time to be gone.
I think he's like very amazed, but why with what we accomplished, and he's like trying to prepare a glorious feast in order to honor us for saving everything. I mean, we deserve it, don't we?
I mean, we deserve it, but I doubt that's what's happening.
I mean, if you look around at this place, he's shut himself in. He doesn't go out very much. Like for him to be exactly. So for him to be like just out all night just seems strange. I mean, even though he knows that we defeated the giant, he wasn't sure if we actually were telling the truth. So
I mean, he said he was going to investigate, right?
yeah.
Didn't he say there was like cultist dudes around?
Did he?
I'm sure I remember hearing something about that. He said there was like people in
robes. That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go and try.
Wasn't there? Have we been all over this map?
We need to
You
find
have
him
not.
and make sure
So
he's okay.
I'm gonna move y'all over here. That's not really a good point. So I'm just gonna move Pi over here. So you basically explored most of this village. You have not explored this area over here to the southeast, and you have not explored this area to the northeast. There's some small buildings in between, but those are the most intact buildings that you have seen.
We should go look
And I'm
for
going to
the
move Pi
druid.
back.
I guess check him out.
Yeah.
We need to find this guy.
Should
I guess
we go
while
to?
we're walking around, we're looking for A, webs, and B, signs of our druid friend.
Yeah, like tracks.
We go towards where the town square had been, wasn't there? Like near where we killed the giant.
Yep. That was
There.
the town square. You saw that there was a toppled statue. So let's just kind of go over there. Let's assume that you've been kind of stealthily making your way around, and boom, DM magic, there you are.
What?
Hey.
So you are now on the east side of the town, and thank you, OneNote. You just
What did one know?
I need my flavor text. There it is. You see that the lane opens up to form a small square. You see several ruined buildings surrounding the south side of the square, but a larger intact structure to the north looks like a barracks. One leads southeast, another heads southwest around a hill in the middle of the town, and a third way meanders north. In the middle of the square, leaning to one side ever so slightly, is a weathered wooden statue of a warrior clutching a sword and a spear and shield. It looks like the statue is about 10 feet tall, including the base. What do you do?
Can I recognize the person on the statue? Maybe it's like an intelligence check to see if I know who the hero of the statue is. Or...
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me a history check.
Okay. 17. Because it's
17.
untrained, I add my proficiency bonus, so that's 19. Plus
19. That's not automatically. That is automatically calculated in.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, I had no idea. I'm stand
Yep.
corrected. Praise the DM. Praise the DM.
Praise. You know that this is the hero known as Palion. It's an old hero of Neverwinter who supposedly defeated several monsters in the Neverwinter Wood just when this town was founded.
Okay.
So
Hey.
evidently, this guy killed a bunch of monsters around here and saved the town.
Good for him.
Does the rod that we found that says Piercer, like, does it look like it fits with the statue?
No, the weird rod that you found doesn't really fit the statue in aesthetic and in like general makeup.
Are we able to re-roll knowledge checks now that it's a new day on that item?
Yeah, sure, why not? Go nuts.
Why not?
That's how bad Carl wants us to know what that item is. He's just like, I
Yeah.
will break every rule in this goddamn
like,
game so you can
We
know.
were tired yesterday. Like, let's
Yeah.
have a fresh look at it. So
What was
Let's do
the check?
another,
Was it Arcana or History or what?
Yeah, it's Arcana.
Okay.
I got this, guys.
Let me just put that in there just so I know when to do my mathing.
Last time we tried to do this, I don't think anyone rolled well at all. Okay, there we go. Those are
Wow,
two
17s. Or
Okay,
217s, sorry.
that feels better. That's more our speed.
it's more in line.
Arcana or history?
Perception would also work.
Oh, I'm still marked as disadvantaged. They were both shit though, so it didn't matter.
Wow. A -1
Yeah.
Forgot
for
your name.
Arcana.
Pie's like, I know what it is.
It's a
Pi, how about you
backstretcher.
roll me? Yeah, Aran and Pi, roll me some perception checks.
Oh my god.
What?
Why?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
the most perceptive
Awesome.
sons of bitches ever.
So, Alicia and Cluarin, you're looking at it. It's like, oh, how could you not see this before? This thing emanates magic.
Okay.
It's
Carl's
we
like,
tell what-
you
the
didn't-
thing
you
is
couldn't
literally
feel it
shooting
before.
magic everywhere. How can you not tell?
It's like sparkling.
You're kind of like swinging it like it's a wand. So you're like, nah, you definitely feel that magic aura, but you're not sure what it is. And you guys are kind of passing it around amongst yourselves. And Pi gets a hold of it first, and he's like looking it around, and he sees a very curious looking button.
Oh, no.
Just very barely like at the top of where it says Piercer. Not at the top of the rod, maybe about 2/3 of the way up. What do you do?
What would Pi do? Push the button.
I mean, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think the group's gonna like this, but what Pi would do
no.
is he would point it at the statue's knee and just be like, just like see what would happen when he does this.
Okay. As you push the button, the statue erupts in flame, and you're all immolated in an explosion and die.
Carl's like,
no.
I'm very serious.
I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Bye.
You're dead. You're all dead.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pi, for the TPK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes a meteor and
We've all been
destroys all of
saving
you.
You
this
thought the
entire
giant was
time.
dangerous. Have you seen Pi with weaponry that he doesn't understand?
I told you I'd get you back for the sweet potato comment.
Yeah. Carl's just like, apparently only Alicia gets immolated and terribly burned.
Super dead.
I have fire resistance.
Burnt to a crisp.
Oh, hellfire.
That's right. Tiefling has
Yep.
fire resistance.
Still so
Bring
much
it.
there. It's just so bad. All that fire.
It's just so much.
But You push the button, and this spike just shoots out of the tip of the rod, and you see this like weird cup like kind of come around, and it looks like you're holding a very weird looking rapier.
Ooh.
Now that it's extended, Alicia and Cluaden are able to identify it as a clockwork rapier, which mechanically is a +1 rapier, which can, once you push the button, will either turn into that rod or into a fully functional rapier.
What? That's so
Does it
fucking
have it?
cool.
Does it have any other magical abilities?
Nope, that's it. It's just
Melee
a +1 rapier.
+1
Interesting.
I mean, Cluaden, it's the fanciest weapon we have ever found. You can keep it and be like, do you know who has the coolest weapon? Cluaden does. Cluaden, the coolest weapon holder.
You're never
be
gonna
the
tear her
coolest.
hammer away from her.
Yeah.
Gonna be the coolest weapon holder ever.
I mean, I'll hold it, but I still want to use my hammer.
Does anyone use like would a rapier be better than what anyone else is using?
Do bards use rapiers?
I mean, I have my trusty sword. But
This
I
is
don't
probably
know
better
about
than your
that.
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my weapon is a rapier, to be honest. So,
Yeah, so it would
Yeah.
probably do better with
Why don't you take it,
Iran.
Iran?
Yeah, we'll give it to
okay.
Iran.
I mean, it's a
Okay.
fancy weapon. So, I love it. And I love you too. And I kiss Cluaden both the cheeks. Lovely. Can I play with it? Can I play with it?
So Pi basically just like he's kind of like shook when he presses the button. He goes, "Aran, this looks more your speed. Here," and he kind of like begrudgingly takes it. And then as Aran's about to take it in his hand, he pulls it away and he's like, okay, here, take it." That's Pi's version of the dick on the forehead. That's all he's got.
If you do that again, you're gonna wake up with more than a dick in your face.
It's
Maybe
like,
a real dick.
yeah, it's like next time it's Aran's just sitting there like drow trapped, just like,
Maybe a red tiefling dick.
What is this day?
yeah, what? I don't even know. I could tell before the stream started it was gonna be like this. This is all. This is all it's gonna be.
Dick and balls.
Yeah, just the whole time.
It's all dick and balls all the way
love it.
down.
When you press the button
brand.
again, does it retract back into its
It
little
does.
thing? Nice.
That's cool. That's handy. You
Pow,
could put that.
pow,
You
pow, pow,
could
pow.
sneak that in places. I'm
It's
just
like he's
saying.
clicking an ink pen.
Yeah, exactly.
Do, 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 do.
Surprise
So
rapier.
do I write down any different numbers, like my attack or damage type?
Ah, excellent. So a +1 weapon will give you both +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. And +1 to
So you can take the
sexiness.
rapier and just add +1. Because I don't think a clockwork rapier is in the compendium.
That's a cool weapon.
It is
How
cool.
do I add that in the game? I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
figure it out.
I
don't
need a
worry.
clockwork hammer.
Yeah,
Turns into 3 hammers.
that would be
I'm
awesome.
gonna make the +0 to +1.
It's got like a little jet engine on the back of the hammer, so it hits them harder. It's just like, brrr.
Yeah. Like the super sledges from Fallout, if you've ever seen them, it's got the little jet engines on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I fixed it. Okay. It's
Okay. All right. So there is the barracks looking thing right here. There is an empty building here, an empty building to the west, and then a building to your southwest, which you do not see any doors for at this from this angle.
Isn't this one right next to us the one where we got the heirloom from?
You got the heirloom
Isn't that
in
there?
a place just to the south.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
alright.
should we look at the ruined building since it's all open and stuff? Seems
easy.
quicker, and it's right
Sure.
there.
Sure.
Which one do you investigate first? The one to the west or the one to the east?
The west one?
All
For
right.
traps first.
Oh yeah, look for
Buddy.
traps first.
Is that
Roll
how you
me
check
some
for
perception
traps? You,
checks.
just, you see someone walking around. Like,
Always looking for traps. Perception.
Uh-oh.
Seems about right.
That's
Okay.
That's not very trap findy.
Alicia rolled a 2.
Oh,
I got a 3.
Aran rolled a 5. Cluaden with the 18. And what about Pi?
Pi wouldn't roll. He just-
Pi would not check for traps.
no, he
All right.
wouldn't be. Unless someone explicitly told him to, he wouldn't. He was like aware of the spider web, so he was very cautious of that. But like In the absence
Yeah.
of like thinking there would be a trap there for some reason, he just would assume there wasn't.
I don't generally check for traps on my own, but because I saw them checking, I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yep, let's do that."
All right. So, Alicia, you're checking for traps, and you see this like kind of rock just at the entrance that's really making you nervous. Kluaren, you're looking around and you don't see any traps. Aran, it looks like there's not any traps,
Probably
think?
there's no trap, guys.
but you're not sure.
Guys, watch out for that rock. Don't bump it. It looks like kind of shady.
I'm pretty sure it's just a rock. I'm a dwarf.
Yeah.
We know these
No.
things.
It looks
Yeah.
like a trap. I think
I'm a
it's
dwarf.
Don't touch it.
Kluaren knows. She's rock wise. She knows the rocks.
I'm
just
wise
saying,
to the rocks.
I have a
Yeah.
bad feeling about this.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We already killed the giant.
I mean, that's
Can
how
we have
pie
another
thinks.
giant, maybe? Oh my god.
Aran's got
Alright.
pie disease.
You guys go ahead. I'll stay back a little bit because I'm a little scared of that rock.
All right. So, Alicia, you're just like, you're just waiting for the hammer to fall as they all just kind of like cross the threshold and nothing happens.
I'm like getting ready to cast something just
Yeah.
in case.
Your dagger's out. You're like, yeah. But no, they're
Does
all
that rock
fine.
have a butthole?
So as you're pondering whether or not if rocks poop and would thus need a butt, everyone is now inside the building.
Oh my god.
It is pretty wrecked. I'm just going to move Pi in there just so you can see what it looks like on the inside. There is no roof. It is all exposed. There is a fairly large sapling growing on the north end of the building. But you don't really see anything else of interest, at least at a
tracks?
first glance.
Any tracks of any person going in, out, in general?
Sure. Give me a survival check, Aran.
Or,
Mhm.
mediocre. Pi, help me see if there are any tracks. I can't see anything. It's so dusty. It's so old.
All right, that 12 will not show you any tracks.
So at Aran's request, Pi will do a survival check and get something not terrible. Gets an adjusted
good.
17.
That 17, so you do notice some relatively fresh tracks. It looks like it's a couple of humanoid footprints of here. There's a couple different sets. You see that they come into the building, they kind of walk around, and then they leave this building.
Fresh ones?
Probably within the last 48 hours.
That's probably our druid friend.
Good job, Pi. I had faith you would do great. The Bahamut penis. I mean, the Bahamut helped you. Yeah.
I did feel extra blessed this morning.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so the trucks stop there, or do they go somewhere? Do they
So
go-
it looks like, let me get my handy thing here, and I'm going to make it red before I do anything. So it looks like the tracks come in, and they kind of look around, and then they leave.
Mm.
And
Should-
there's a couple different sets, so it's more than one person doing this.
Oh, it might be the cultists.
That arrow looks like it's coming from around the corner.
Maybe
Maybe
we'll check
then.
out this building right here.
I want to check that building out.
Did we do a perception in the room to see if there's anything of note in here?
You did not.
I guess Pio can do that since we're there. I'm assuming we're all in there. You just moved me there for like.
Yeah, I
visual
just
sake?
moved you just so the stream could see the inside.
Yeah. So perception. Pi gets a 15.
Not terrible.
Ooh.
Kinda uses them peepers.
All right, a 15. You are... Oh, did I just send that? Oh, I did just send that to you by accident. So using your dragon peepers, you are able to see a big load of nothing.
I see a big load
It's
of nothing.
it's barren. Like everything that was in there is either destroyed, picked clean, or just rotted away.
My dragon peepers don't see anything.
Maybe
Just
the
looks like a
people
room.
gotten left. Okay, can I notice any magic energy in the place? Like if I do an arcana check to see if there's any residing magic that hides
Yeah,
them.
sure. Go for it.
I feel like there is nothing, but I just want to be sure. I'm not gonna be sure regardless.
Yeah, you kind of do a quick scan of the room. You don't feel anything of particular magic strength.
Guys, I think whatever came here, the guys that came here have just left. Who can't figure out anything about it. So I think it's better to move on than stay here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alicia didn't even go inside, so
You were wise not to come inside. You knew something beforehand. Were you the person that came before 48 hours here?
I don't know. Do I sleepwalk?
Maybe.
I mean, you would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah. If I didn't sleepwalk as well. If we both
True.
sleepwalked,
We both
how
sleepwalk.
would we have
It could be both of us. Could be
Yeah.
both of our tracks.
Mystery solved. I'm a genius. You can pay me some gold and I can tell you more.
How about I pay you a slap?
That doesn't cost a lot.
So, where are we going, guys?
All right, so there's the building to the northeast, the building to the east, and the building to the southeast that remains.
I
This
kind of
one.
yeah. I want to go to the southeast one. I'm with you, Alicia. Let's go.
He said we didn't find evidence of a door, though, so we'd probably have to
Go around. I think
look around, see if there's a way to get in.
Okay,
around the corner.
I'll just stick you guys in the square, make my life easier. You're able to kind of get a better look as you walk around the corner of the other ruined building. It looks in very similar condition to the building to the west. And as you proceed down the pathway, you finally notice that there is a door to the west going up into it.
Are there any tracks around?
Make me a survival check.
Oh, I'm not good at those, but okay. See?
And I'm going to do a little roly roll here. An 8 will not... the road looks really weird, so you can't really determine if like what you're seeing are tracks or just like the natural course that this pathway took over the years.
Okay.
But as you are looking around for those tracks,
Uh-oh.
you do notice something else.
Uh-oh.
You notice some of those twig blights that you fought earlier are kind of like hiding out in these trees, just like staring at you.
Not attacking us?
Not attacking?
Not attacking you.
Okay, guys, I got this. I'm gonna make them grow. I'm gonna take out my instrument that I don't remember what it is, maybe call it a banjo, and I'm gonna sing to the trees. Oh, lovely trees, now you can grow. The giant is dead. I'm sorry for your relative that got a giant ass. Oh, giant trees, now you can grow. You can blossom and become beautiful and not take any giant asses on your head.
Did it work?
Okay. What is the purpose of this song?
Entertainment.
Make them, yeah, first of all, entertain, and secondly, to indicate that we are friendly saviors that help the forest and kill the body giant that was terrorizing the whole place. Maybe.
Okay,
Make them
why don't
friendly
you
towards
make me a diplomacy check
Oh no.
There is
Diplomatic
no
singing.
diplomacy, meaning performance.
with disadvantage just because they're
Damn.
twigs.
Because
Is that
Wow.
persuasion or performance or what?
Oh, persuasion. God damn it.
Okay.
Persuasion with disadvantage.
But I got
Oh.
the performance. It was so good. How dare you?
they find it highly
Ooh.
offensive and try to kill us.
All right.
Sing roll.
It was a 14.
A 14
It's a
and
very
a
solid
14.
14.
Yeah.
There's a 1 in 40 chance that happens.
Aran, baby. It can make miracles happen.
All right. So your music does not sway them. However, they don't immediately attack because they I don't think they know it's directed at you or at them rather.
Okay.
You're not singing in Twig Blight.
Yeah, I forgot that language.
Do they actually speak a language?
I have no idea.
Now I'm curious.
Are they sentient?
Oh,
like,
look
are
at
they,
that. They
like,
do
intelligent?
understand.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Then it's not common.
They understand common.
Well, then they would know that it was about them.
They sing the second verse. Carl, how's the second verse go?
They actually don't speak.
Aw. They just
But they
make weird
understand.
noisy
It's a
sounds.
lot of tree shaking. It's a lot of like,
Convenient.
yeah,
So they
were
could add
twerking.
percussion.
rhythmic. Yeah, it's like a rhythmic rustling sound.
Percussion.
It's just a Broadway production of the song or the what is that show? Stomp. It's just like a bunch of people
They
like
were
banging things
twerking to the music,
Oh,
twigging.
twigging. Yeah.
Twiggy, twiggy.
that was
Can you make the sound?
okay. That is strike number 2 today. That's number 2.
We're all
Better
gonna
watch
die.
yourself.
Oh, we're gonna die. DPK, DPK.
But again, they don't seem to be attacking. They're more seeing what you do next.
Should we go check out the building then? If they're
Yeah,
not
let's
attacking
just
us?
continue on our
Like,
business.
just ignore them. Just let them be in the trees.
Really?
Well, they're not attacking us. Why would we cause trouble?
I mean, they attacked us
Their
unprompted
friends
every
attacked
other time.
us. Oh, so if just one
The ones
person
who
of a
attacked
species
us
attacks
are
you,
dead.
yeah, they're all dead. These guys are leaving us alone. We leave them alone. If you want to wade in yourself, Pi, you go right ahead.
I mean, Pai's got Talon drawn, and like he's kind of like you can see him like his eyes are glaring at these people, these twig blights.
Fine. Those lovely Twiggies, they're not gonna hurt us. They're just observing because they are so impressed by your performance yesterday and how you feel tonight.
I mean, these bastards attacked us. We were just exploring the ruins, and then unprompted, they tried to kill us. We're just gonna let these guys live?
They probably saw
friends.
us as a threat. I mean,
Yeah,
they've got
and-
this giant stomping around killing everything. Who knows if these cultists are killing them?
And they did just watch us penetrate a giant. I'm pretty sure they're scared of us now. They're not
Listen,
gonna attack us.
If they attack us, we'll fight back. But there's no need.
Oh, I see some initiatives and all
I
that.
see an
There's no need to go after
No
them
reason.
right now.
I wonder why.
Just
the
to make
initiative
things
up there.
interesting, how about we all just roll some initiative
Oh,
here?
no.
Why would we need to do that to these peaceful twig
Why?
blights?
Shut up, Pi.
You know, maybe I'm just trying to add a bit of tension in the air as you're just hanging out. You know, just talking about some things that have openly attacked you before.
You click my character and your
I know I
relationship-
can't. It's not letting me click me. Whoop.
happening.
I got a 14.
All right.
Oh, I didn't have my token click though. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can get you in there.
Okay.
Terrible.
At turn, and then Iran at turn. Pi, you rolled what, a 14?
14.
And Iran, you rolled a 15.
15, yeah.
So let's put these in descending order. Boop ba doop ba doop. All right. So continue talking for no reason.
Several hours.
So what do you guys do? Starting with
I'm-
Alicia.
Well, I'm not going to attack them.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hey guys, we have, we've fought with your kind before, but that was because they attacked us first. We have no quarrel with you. We're just trying to explore and find our druid friend.
Roll me a persuasion roll.
Ooh.
Trying to convince these little twig dudes. It's an adjusted
Okay.
11.
They are still like just kind of peering at you through the branches.
Okay.
Iran, what do you do?
Hey guys, what my lovely friend here is trying to say is that if you decide to fight us again as your relatives did and died in horrible pain, you're gonna burn. You're gonna turn to crisp, you're gonna die, you're gonna return to earth, and you're gonna be nothing. Capiche?
Roll me a intimidation check. Okay.
Jesus. An adjusted 24.
He's a very frightening bard.
24. Pie, what do you do?
Pi is like, if it was up to him, he would have already been charging these guys. So he's just kind of like waiting to see where this goes. So he would delay.
So delay is not something you can do.
So I would
in 5th
ready.
edition. So,
I would ready an action to attack if any of them approach our party. Like if they move towards us aggressively, Pi will attack.
okay. Cluarin, our nature cleric. What do you do?
I don't want to fight these guys, so I'm with Alicia. I'll just be like, hey guys, we don't want to fight you. We're just exploring here. Like,
All right,
no-
why don't you
no
go ahead
bad.
and roll me a persuasion check?
I'm not very good at that either, but we'll try persuasion. See, not so good.
4. Adjusted 4.
Mhm.
As pretty as I am, I'm not very charismatic.
Oh, I'm gonna work on that, Tia. Don't worry.
That's why we got the
So-
tiefling with us.
Yeah. The twig blights will kind of rustle among themselves for a little bit, and they do nothing.
Yay, see?
But what you do notice is that the door to the very southeast pops open. If I could select it. Boop. And let me select these guys. You notice 2 cultists pop out as I reveal them on the map.
What?
Yeah. Pop out of that little house way to the southwest or southeast.
Their artwork's fun.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
to fight
let
some
me,
Twiggies with some
Wait,
cultists.
where are
Go
you
ahead and
guys?
show them and then quickly remove it so I don't show you what their roles are because that's something. All right. Let me. Oh, I don't want to show your character sheet.
Yeah, show us
That's
the character sheet.
why.
Show it.
Sure.
I think that's what I was doing wrong. I was showing you their sheets, not their images. All right. That's something new. So let me look up these cultists here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Player handouts. There it is. Monster images.
Let me see them cultists.
Yeah, they look like this.
Oh, they're cool.
Oh, those are cool. What the hell?
So you notice that there are these 2 cultists in these really ornate-looking black robes.
I want one of those.
They have these like crazy-looking masks on.
They
It looks sort of
resembling-
like a dragon.
Yeah, I was going to
mask.
say it's like a dragon.
Have we seen anything like that before? Any of us?
Roll me some history checks. You've never personally seen it. You may have heard something about it.
Wow. Adjusted
Ooh, a
22.
22.
Oh no, what's happening here?
14.
Hold on.
History. Got a 10, baby. Pine nose. And a 12.
A 12. This particular dress doesn't like, even though you're pretty well versed in like really weird things, but you're still not able to identify exactly what this cult is. But you do know they're probably here to worship some powerful figure. Putting 2 and 2 together, you probably think they're here to either parlay with the giant or worship the giant.
That's not good.
Well, bad
So
news
then they
about
would not
that.
be happy that we killed it. And they probably just heard us talking to the twig blights about how we killed him.
Oh, this is a pickle.
Yeah, it is a pickle. Alicia, what do you do? Let me just go ahead and just do something with these guys real quick. Beep-a-deep-a-deep. Okay.
Adding a +10 to all of their rolls.
Yep.
All good.
And making them invulnerable. Check.
Can't be held.
Yep.
Special attack, sweet potato pie throw.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Alicia, what do you do?
I don't want to just like outright attack them. So
Why?
because they just came out a door. They haven't like run at us. Like What if they don't want to hurt us? So I'll yell out, hey, what's going on? What are you guys here for?
Sup?
Or what are you doing here?
Yeah, basically.
So,
Roll me a persuasion roll. Let's see how they perceive you.
Sup, bruh?
Don't like it.
20?
20.
That's pretty good.
An unnatural
That seems
20.
to sway them. One of them that pops out says, let's think of a voice here.
A voice
Should have
that
thought
won't
about this
destroy
ahead of time.
your vocal cords.
Appears to be human. He goes, we're just here to talk to the giant.
Have you talked to him yet? I mean, when was the
Yes.
last time you saw him?
We talked to him just yesterday, in fact, yesterday morning. He was quite temperamental. Killed Jim. Poor Jim. Didn't stand a chance. He said to come back tomorrow, so we are on our way to talk to him yet again. Hopefully, to, strike a deal. Cloud giants are powerful after all.
Strike what kind of deal?
Roll me another persuasion roll.
Aaron's just like slowly backing up, like, oh no, this is not going to go well.
Yeah.
11. Yikes.
11. That's our business, none of yours. Aran, what do you do?
hey, lovely people.
They
I
don't know
love you.
this.
This is
They don't know this.
my great. So, for example, let's say if someone defeated the giant, like he would be or she would be like way stronger and way better to strike a deal with, right? If a person I knew killed the giant, I would be like worshipping them all day and night and offer them anything they want, right? Theoretically, it's not like it happened. Just saying, how would you guys react? Shut mute.
Go ahead and roll me another persuasion roll. Or are you trying to deceive them?
Maybe deceive them because it's
All right,
like
give me
that. Yeah.
So you roll this. Yeah. All right. Just do a deception. All right.
That was a better roll.
Yeah, that's why I
That
did.
one's better.
I think I could do a better
Yeah.
roll.
All right. So I'm gonna roll something here. I mean, what you say makes sense. But giants are still powerful. Yep, they certainly are. That's why we're trying to parlay with him, curry favor. Maybe he imparts some sort of giant strength to us.
But the person that killed the giant is stronger than the giant because he managed to kill the strength of a giant.
If the giant was killed.
If the giant was dead.
Theoretically, if the giant was killed. That's why I'm asking how would you react? Would you be like impressed, fearful? Would you like obey them for the rest of your life?
You try to get
Well-
pets again?
Hold on. I have to roll a check here.
Trying to get them.
An opposed check, which he fails. Okay.
Okay.
Well, assuming, of course, that said being was around, and said being was certainly more powerful than giant, it would, I guess, make sense to worship said creature.
I have something to say to you. I don't know if I could trust you, but you seem so trustworthy, and your
Repeat
words
that
are
again.
like full of honesty and truth, and I can feel your real heart here. So you see my friend here, the green one, Dragonborn one. He killed the giant.
Pi just kind of
like-
like nods his head. He's just like,
Yeah, like Baham gave him all that strength, and he forced his giant Tushy in a tree, like impaling him. It was like something I have never seen. He's like, now we are standing right next to him because we want to praise him and we are loyal to him forever and ever. I think we should do that as well. He's the best.
Okay. Everyone, roll me an insight check.
got a 9.
9.
9 for Pi. 12 for Cluarin. Ron and Alicia with 10s.
So
Jeez.
pretty middling.
Very middling. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Pi, what do you do?
Putting you in that spot there.
I mean, I feel like Pi is not the diplomatic type, so it's Pi's just going to be like, "Look, the giant is dead up there. We don't know what you guys want to worship. We have no quarrel with you. So if you want to have at it, let's have at it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to find another giant to go dick suck over here. Go find someone else to worship."
But they're gonna worship you, silly. Stop talking like that.
Okay.
So yeah, Pi's not. He's not gonna
Once
try.
they-
He's not
Yeah.
gonna try and talk to them.
Once again, Cluaden's like, what did I do to deserve this crap?
So, speaking of, Cluaden, it is your turn.
And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, Pi killed the giant. We worship him.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. A lot of things are going to happen.
Oh,
Oh
great.
no,
A
I don't
lot
like
of
that.
things. So,
Sorry, guys.
you didn't notice it, but
No.
with the announcement that the giant was dead and that
Oh,
you had
no.
in fact killed them, the cultists began to get quite angry.
Oh,
So angry, in fact, that they drew their weapons and they shouted something. And let me go ahead and grab these other guys.
And Daddy Giant came down.
oh fuck.
Let me grab this guy.
I'm ready to
And
loot
you
me some
notice
cool
that
armor.
there are more cultists.
Yeah, I want that mask.
Boop, boop.
On top of all this, there's like all those stupid twig blights just there too.
Can we speak nicely
There-
to them and get them to help
There
us?
are.
Yeah, help us, twig blights! Help us! We're getting
Charm?
stabbed.
Wait a
to death.
minute. Doesn't Iran have charm, or do they need to?
I can do charm person.
Pattern
Doesn't
a charm
mean-
monster. Dang.
So the two cultists will now. Let's see. How far away are you guys?
Roughly a mile, I think. Probably out of
Excellent.
range.
Like several kilometers.
Yeah, probably out of range of whatever it is you're looking
Yeah,
at.
100%.
Yeah. Actually, I think they are just out of range.
Excellent.
That's their movement speed.
0. Clearly.
Yep.
All right. So,
Stop working.
thank you. They're 35 feet away.
They are
So
35
they
feet away.
are going to begin
there's another
slowly advancing. The cultists will pour out of the building and begin working their way up. And at that hostile action, it agitates the twig blights, who will then burst out of the woods and just into everybody else. So
What?
they're going to go after their closest guys. So those twig
attacking
blights are going to go
anyone?
after you, Pi. That twig blight's going to go over there.
Okay, that's not true.
And some other stuff's going to happen. You guys, oh, I couldn't see that guy because he was covered by my 12.
What's
he's
the
gonna
little
come down.
fist on him? Why does that guy have
Does
a
he's
fist?
that guy with the
the
fist
boss.
seems to be more important than the other
Like
ones.
boss.
His
Should-
robes look a little better.
He
should
just
hold
believes
him
in
and ask him
human rights.
questions.
That's why he's
I
got
want
the...
his robes.
Yeah.
Move that over there. Put this over there. And I'm just rearranging all of my numbers. That goes there.
Oh no.
Excellent.
Oh no.
Now I feel better.
Oh no.
Feel
I'm glad
bad.
you feel better.
I'm not.
So, Alicia, you're gonna actually no. The twig blights are going to just start tearing shit up.
I don't like that.
I don't, because 2 of them are
So,
around
let
you,
me bring
Pi.
up their attacks here. So, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Bestiary twig blight, pop you out. So let us start off with the 2 claw attacks on Pi. Number 1 is going to miss with a 6.
Neat.
And number 2 is going to hit you with a 19.
Yep. Sure is.
Take 4 points of damage. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Cluaden.
I was going to say, I'm there. I was like, you can hit
The
Pi
way it
if you
looks
like.
your nameplate
Yeah.
is Pi's nameplate is covering you. So I'm like, oh, that's just Pi because it's labeled Pi.
It says Pi on it.
Per
Cluaden, you're going to take the 4 points of piercing damage.
What was the... My armor class is 17, so it definitely hit me.
Yeah, 19. The 19 I rolled will
Dang it.
definitely hit you.
I mean, my armor class is 74. Sorry.
Yeah,
I lied.
you are a cleric, so it makes sense.
Oh no.
The twig blights on the other guys are. I rolled the initiative instead of the attack. Let's see. Attack number 1 is going to. Ooh, that's a brutal hit. He is hurt. And the second one will. Wow. Okay. So the twig blights are going to gang up on one of the cultists, and the first one just like really clubs him in the knee, like really hard, and kind of goes down. And that second twig blight is just going to wrap its vines around his neck and just snap it.
What?
And
Is he dead?
he's totally that one's dead.
What the
his
hell?
neck snapped.
I did not expect a twig blight to freaking snap a dude's neck. Like, that's horrifying.
Sounds so vicious. I love
Alicia, your turn.
Well, it seems like a good time for me to try my Scorching Ray.
it. Let's spend the forest.
Scorch him.
Burn it all up.
I cannot see the boss guy, right, from where he's standing.
Let me take a quick look from your perspective. He is going to have 3/4 cover, so he's going to be very difficult to hit for you.
What about this guy next to him?
That guy next to him, you have perfect line of sight to.
Okay. I'm going to attack him with one ray, and this guy next to the dead guy with another ray, and then
Oh,
this
let me
guy
go
right
ahead
here
and,
with another ray.
Color code my twig blights here. Just give me a moment. So, so you're focusing on the ochre cultist and the green cultist.
And the red. I have three rays.
All right. Damn. All right, go for it.
I don't know how much damage it's going to do, and I don't want to waste all 3 on one person, so I'm going to do...
Burn them. Burn them alive.
Ooh, that one was good.
Whoa. A 13, a 24, and a 12.
All 3 rays will hit.
Yeah.
A 9,
Mine.
8, and 5.
Okay,
Pretty
so
sick.
red was first, green second, ochre third.
Sounds good.
Okay. The red cultist will erupt in flame and die.
Dude, these cultists are
The
weak.
other 2 cultists will
TKO.
be very badly burned.
Hope I
Think
didn't
it's-
mess up the robe too much.
Yeah.
All right, so they have...
like the 3 that you hit, those robes are just totally obliterated.
Oh, dang it.
Like they are burnt like beyond usefulness.
That uses a spell slot, so I probably, you know,
That was fun, though.
I wasn't going to use another one of those this fight anyway. So
I mean,
we'll
if-
still have some robes.
It was good you split it up, because apparently they have exactly 9 HP. Just
Kind of
like
what
metagame.
I was thinking they possibly might not have a lot of HP.
Yeah, especially because the twig weight went.
Yeah.
Yep. Oran, it is your turn.
So, guys, we're gonna leave the leader alive. We're gonna question him later. We should figure out what's going on here, and if we can gain some useful info. So let me paralyze him for now, and I'm gonna cast my newfound spell, Hold Person.
Ooh.
I need to take
Such
the
a good
range.
spell.
I need to take the range.
You've got the range. He's within 60 feet.
Okay.
Mhm.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
And a wisdom saving throw. Now, is that a charm effect? Technically, no. All right. So, Hold Person is a concentration spell. What that means is every time you take damage, you must roll a concentration check that is 8 plus the damage taken. If you fail that, you lose your spell. Okay?
Focus. Focus, Aron.
You can also only have one concentration spell going at a time.
Yeah, I can cast it on the spell. Basically.
All right. So you see that the leader began gesturing, and he just freezes.
Ooh.
Nice.
Guys, he's under my control. I have him.
Consider him held.
He's under your spell.
Okay. Who's playing after me? Pi. Okay.
Let's
Pi.
see. He
Take
will
a Pi,
get a wisdom
inspiration.
save at the end of his turn.
And which one is held? Which color?
Pink.
Pink guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
the punch
Yeah, so
guy.
leave him be.
The big boss man.
So I'm gonna give
the boss man?
bardic inspiration to Pi. Pi, the Bahamut legend, the giant killer. Kill all of them fast. Because I can't concentrate on him too much longer anymore. Quit!
So I have bardic inspiration now.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is one usage for today. Speaking of Pi, it is your turn.
So Pi's gonna see the twig blade attacking Cluarin, and then take Talon, say, "I told you these little tree pieces of shit need to die." And he's like kind of angry, and he kind of like lunges over Cluarin's shoulder and like takes a stab at the tree blight that's swinging at her right now. So
Okay.
longsword swing. I clicked it. It's hesitating.
Did.
It is an 11 to hit.
Wow, why did you roll so many goddamn dice?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
why
why
is
so
there
many.
so many days?
I don't know. I'm just looking
Oh.
at the chat that says I rolled an 11.
All right, that's a mystery for later.
Yep.
That 11, you basically try to swing around Cluarden, but your arm just kind of like hits the side of the house and you miss.
Guess it didn't hit me.
If you rolled a 1, he would have.
Would have been mad.
I also realized I never took advantage of my ready action, but I don't know if it would have really triggered anyway. I'm not sure.
Oh, right. Go ahead and do that.
Well, technically, I readied my action against the cultists, right?
No, it was the twig.
No, it
you
was
readied
the-
it against
it was the
specifically the twig blights.
Oh,
but
great.
you phrased it in such a way, any hostile action. So,
Excellent. So
there you
it
go.
essentially just get to attack again.
Please don't hit me.
Yep.
If you hit me, I'm
Yeah.
punching you in the dick.
So,
So-
we'll do the you'll get the swing against pink. So roll me a free hit.
Yeah, and I'll use the bardic inspiration. So +4
Now-
or whatever this is.
That was before the inspiration.
What is?
But you yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it
I see what
doesn't
you're
matter
saying.
anyway because you just wrecked it.
So you
He's
see
dead.
Talon just goes straight through the little twig blight's eyes, and he just screams. He's like, "Rah!" Like just bam, just like meh. I'm just picturing like little baby Groot just getting stabbed in the face with like a huge longsword.
So mean. You are going to help.
All right, it is going to be the twig blight. Are you going to move?
Yes. Pi is going to then push forward to the cultists.
Where
Actually,
did my turn go?
That's a great question. You are actually next, Glorn. You're after Pi.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just hit it with my well, I'm gonna attempt to hit it with my big hammer.
Smash away.
Hit it.
Ooh, a 21. That is a solid hit. Roll me some good damage. Oh,
There we-
it's toast. You just like you look at it. So that's the one that hits you. You're just like, you dick. Smash.
Clue out
And
and
that is
snake.
dead. Cluarin, will you move?
No, I'll stay exactly where I am. Thank you.
I'm just picturing Cluarin like a Pokemon now. She's like, Cluarin, bam! Just like, Cluarin, bam! Just-
So you will notice some twig blights round the corner.
Oh, what the
and
hell?
Into your rear.
I just left.
Yep. So green and ochre twig blights are going to attack Alicia, who might actually get hurt this fight.
Oh, actually, I get 9 temp hits points for killing that guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you do.
snap.
Let me just add those real quick. Okay.
Let me just add those 9 hit points. to
hit
my
me with your
character.
best shot.
My body's ready.
Fly away.
Everyone wants to be around today. Everyone. I love it. I love it.
You're infectious. What
Alicia.
can we say?
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit your armor class?
Oh, faux show.
You will take 3 points of damage.
All right.
3 points of temporary damage.
Doesn't
Didn't-
last long.
Will
Your
a
damage, huh?
15 hit your armor
Absolutely.
class.
Yeah, you don't have much armor, huh?
I have 11.
Oh dear.
All right. That's a terrible armor class. Take 4
I'm a
additional
caster.
points of damage.
Okay.
That's 8 of the 9 temporary hit points gone. Whatever will you do?
She just needs to kill someone else. She just needs to breathe on somebody, and all this is nothing.
All right. I need to zoom in on this map here because there's a lot going on my end. All right. Dead.
Dead.
Alive, alive, alive. Okay. That will be it for the Twig Blight's turn. It will now be the Cultist McGee's turn. They will charge recklessly into the Twig Blight to avenge their fallen comrade, Blue and Green will. Ochre, on fire, is going to run up to the Dragonborn.
Oh, good.
No, not good,
All right,
Pie.
so-
Not good.
I'm ready to like
Cultist
1v8
attacks
this whole group
on
down here.
He's
That's
pretty
what
hurt.
pie
I
is
think.
made for.
You could like stub his toe. He might die.
So the scimitar that this cultist wields is going to whip out right at your throat, Pie. Critically hit you
Ooh, nice.
for 7 damage.
Nice.
Glad
Didn't
the
even-
dice didn't explode.
Didn't even break through all my new feet HP I just got. Oh, yeah.
I think it's like, yeah, we faced a giant this time. This is like me.
The other... That's a huge disparity in these rules. The other cultist is going to try and follow up with a very similar attack. He's going to go wide. Let's see what this happens here with this one.
Stabs his friend in the neck.
Roll the 2. Actually, that is exactly what he is going to do. And his scimitar is going to further wound the smoldering cultist.
Yeah. The guy who's on fire. Nothing's going well for him today. Oh my god, I'm on fire! And then his friend Larry's like, I got this, Jim! And then he stabs him in the back. He's like, ah!
The 2 cultists in the back will hack the other Twig Blight to pieces.
Nice. Get rid of those stupid blights.
Yep. Alicia, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna finish off green guy with my Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you will be at disadvantage with that spell roll.
Not the guy behind me, the cultist down here.
Right. You're still in melee range of an enemy.
Okay. All right. I guess
What
I'll
you
roll
gonna do
disadvantage.
I like how there's a swarm of twig blights on Alicia's
Still
back,
gonna
and
do
she's
it.
like, I want to kill those people over there.
I'm getting my hit points back. Maybe. Does 11 hit?
And 11 hit the cultist?
Yeah.
It does not.
Ouch.
Ah,
Will
They
you
actually
move?
get to my real hit points. No, because then they get an attack of opportunity.
Mhm.
So no, I'll stay where I am.
that was such a bait. Carl's like, you want to move anywhere?
And I'm gonna kind of do that thing like where with my tail, like where you flip your hair and it hits somebody.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the twig blight behind me.
Oh, is that like a
Alright.
real attack?
No, that's
No,
a
it's
flavor.
just-
That's
can
a
be.
flavor.
Oh,
a
flavor
flavor attack.
SWAT attack. I was gonna say, I'm like, that
I
would be
think some
badass.
races do get a tail attack.
Sassy Alicia pants attack.
I'm gonna start flicking my beard at people.
Yeah, just meh.
Aggressively flicking. The flowers come out.
Flowers flying at them.
Spend the entire turn just.
All right, Aran, what do you do?
Oh, it's
Alicia
done.
took some hits. You're all surrounded by twig blights and cultists.
Alicia, let me save you with my newfound awesome weapon that you guys gave me. Clickety click. I'm now gonna take out the new rapier and gonna move right here. Yeah. And I'm gonna attack the orange thingy on the map with my rapier.
All right, swing away.
Oh,
Whoops.
that might be good enough for them, though.
Oh no.
You take a quick look here, make sure you got all your bonuses correct. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. You do. It is not good enough. The
Aw.
rapier still feels a little odd in your hands, and you barely miss with that attack.
That's so close. You're gonna learn to love me. I'm your master. Have a great time slaying fathers together, okay? That's
Are you talking to me or the Twigblight?
I think he's talking to his sword.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, Alicia. I'm coming to the rescue soon. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
So TM.
All right, Pi. It is your turn.
So Pi sees a beautiful cone shape of enemies in front of him, and he is going to start like gathering his breath, and you see his like mouth again begin to glow green. He's like, "By the power of Bahamut, I smite you!" And then he like goes, just breathes fire all over the dudes in front of him, or acid, I should
Breathes
say.
acid.
Acid. Breathes acid all over
I
them.
also.
All right.
Constitution
What is this
saves.
again?
I keep
Okay.
thinking it's going to be rare that there's going to be that many clustered enemies, but I find that I need my breath weapon like many times a day.
Oh, there's 3
4.
that you can hit.
Yeah, it should be the blue, the green, and the orange, right?
Oh, that's the way you pointed it?
I would assume it's hitting like the 3 cultists that are in this little pile here. So it's like straight in front of me,
Okay, so you're going this way?
directly down from Pi.
Yep. So you would hit blue, green, and second blue.
Oh, is that guy still alive?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still alive.
Oh, okay. That's a twig blight, right?
No.
No, all the
That's a
Twig
cultist.
are dead down there.
Okay.
All the twig blights are, well, all those twig blights are dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's just
so-
okay, yeah.
Blue cultist, the blue number 1 cultist saves. He kind of like, he's close enough that he can see you doing something. He's able to dodge out of the way. Unfortunately, because he was in the way, the green cultist didn't see it, and he melts into a pool of acid.
Oh,
Boy.
Nice.
I mean, not really. But...
And the second one, just being on the very tail end of it, is also going to be able to dodge.
so
So
they,
they will take
half damage. So they should
half
take
damage.
5 each for those 2.
Yep. Yep, definitely 5.
Ochre is
Right.
almost dead. Oh, we didn't hit him though, did we?
Yeah, I was gonna say I missed him. I was hoping I'd be able to get all 4 of them, but I didn't realize the dude directly in front of me was alive. My name badge is like covering him up.
Yeah, the name badges seem bigger this time.
improved.
All right.
Just move my guy out of the way.
I
real
need to
quick.
take off the nameplates here because I can't see shit.
Yeah.
It's like I can't say anything.
It's okay.
Oh, that is a twig blight in front of you. So the twig blight totally dies.
That's what I thought.
Rid of the,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to get
really
rid
hard
of
to
the
see,
corpses
yeah.
here.
Goodbye,
That
corpses.
twig blight's dead.
Goodbye, corpses.
No, you
There we
will.
Huh.
If I was a necromancer, I'd be like, no, leave them.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
need to make them.
All
I
right.
hit the green guy earlier with my scorching ray. He didn't die.
No, he's very badly wounded, though.
Excellent.
Very badly wounded. All of those cultists look incredibly bloody and worse for wear.
Yeah. Yep.
You messed with the wrong group, yo.
I mean, we tried to tell them.
Cluarin, it is your turn.
So I'm going to turn to Alicia and Aran and be like, do you guys have the twig blights or should I go help Pi?
Go Hellfire. We got this.
You got this.
Tiefling power.
Tiefling power. Together.
Yeah.
Right,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna go
tail them.
hop down next to Pi then and hit this ochre guy with my, well, attempt to hit the ochre guy.
You're gonna smash
my
his face in.
hammer.
You're gonna smash him.
Then it be jinxing me.
13 to hit.
A 13 will hit the cultist.
Yeah.
Will I Thor murder it or just hurt him? Because I'm good with hurting him too.
Oh, he's totally dead.
Yay!
So
Murdered.
the cultist that just finished putting the flames out, just who just got
Just got
what else
stabbed by
happened
his
to him?
pal.
He had
Yeah,
his
just
friend hit
got
him in the back.
stabbed.
Yeah.
He's
Just
this
gets
little
his-
tiny angry dwarf run towards him.
Gets his skull caved in by the dwarf who rushes up.
And I'm like, hey Pi, you okay?
He just like looks over at Cluarin and he gives that like stupid grin that he always gives. He's like, love killing in the morning. He's just like,
Still got 2 more to go.
2 more to
Well,
go.
3 actually. There's the guy we need to interrogate.
Can you imagine how terrifying that dude's life is? He got burned by a scorching ray. His friend stabbed him in the back. Then he watched all of his friends get melted by acid. And then a dwarf charges him and smashed his face in. Like, all within 12 seconds. Yeah, like,
Poor guy.
horrifying end to that guy's life. Horrifying.
All right. They're going to make some quick rolls here. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. And he needs to roll another wisdom saving throw. So, the 2 cultists that remain are going to throw down their weapons and hold their hands up.
Ooh,
Good choice.
don't know how I feel about
The
that.
cultist that looks very leaderlish is going to begin moving again.
Oh, he didn't fail. Okay.
And that is going to be their turn. Alicia, rather, it is your turn.
Okay, well, since those 2 surrendered, I was really hoping to get my 10 hit point back, but
I mean, nothing's saying you still can't.
I'm not evil alignment. So I'm going.
Be considered evil fighting because they attacked you first, but yeah.
But they
That's-
surrendered.
I agree.
And also we wanted to question them. So, anyways, so I guess I'm gonna attack the green twig light behind me with my ass blaster, and that's disadvantage, right? Because he's like right up in my face.
Yep.
Okay.
One might say right up in your ass since he's behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, he can try.
That's my territory.
Oh my God, those rolls.
22.
That's a very nice roll.
Ridiculous. All right. The 22 with a disadvantage. That's totally going to hit. Which sucks because you roll. You had a 20 there.
I hit him for 14 points of damage.
Oh yeah, he's obliterated.
Thank you for my hit points back.
My God.
Alicia's like,
All right.
Carl thought
Aran,
he was
it is
actually
your
going to hurt
turn.
me this time.
nope, no hurting.
Let's try again. My beautiful sword, my newly found beautiful sword. Are you gonna listen to me? Are we gonna kill something? Let's attack now with the rapier on the orange guy. Orange attack.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's a 25 to hit.
Why are you rolling so many dice?
I don't know.
But I'm cool. I have.
It's just fun to roll dice.
It's like 1d8 plus 5. I don't know how they add all that together. And the numbers don't even add to the result.
Yeah, even when I look at the rolls, it's not showing why
It
you're
looks
rolling
fun,
more
though.
It's
dice.
supposed to be 1d8 plus 5. Not
It
Yep.
looks
3d8.
fun.
But anyway, you finally get the hang of that rapier, and you just quickly dispatch that twig blight in front of you. He is
Yeah.
dead.
I told you, Alicia, this is how we do it with my new clickety-click song. Can I name it Clickety-Click Sword?
Sure.
Could you click?
Clickety-click.
Nice kill.
Thank you.
Tail 5.
My pleasure.
Tail 5. Call
Tail
back
5.
to episode 1
Yeah.
or 2. It was one of those.
I think it was 1.
I think it was 1.
It was one.
It was one. I watched it. I laughed.
All right, Pie, your turn.
So how submissive are these guys right now? You said they dropped their swords?
Yep,
They dropped their swords, they put their hands up,
they did.
including the leader guy?
No, he just began moving. He didn't even have the opportunity to draw a weapon.
Pi is just going to shout at the cultists in front of him then. He's just going to be like, "Why would you be attacking us? We told you we killed a goddamn giant a second ago, and now you guys can't even handle a little bit of friendly horseplay with the swords. Disgust me." And he like he walks up to the blue guy and he like shoves him like really hard. And he goes, What is your intention? What do you want?
Intimidation check?
Roll me an intimidation check, and I'm going to give you an advantage on it.
Yeah.
Well played.
That's a
Very
adjusted
nice.
20.
Okay, roll it again because I gave you advantage.
Do you get 2 rolls?
Oh, so I can try and
rolls?
improve upon my. There you go. An adjusted
I
16.
mean, a natural 20 would
Adjusted.
have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was still good.
So what is your intention with this roll? Like, what are you looking to do?
I'm basically just trying to get them to spell out, like, so they attacked us and I obviously didn't like that we talked to or killed their giant friend, but like, what's their plan now since they're surrendering? Are they expecting us to just let them go? Do you expect us to just let you leave after you attacked us?
We want peace. We want peace. Do not kill us any further.
Don't kill us any further.
You want information? Go.
Yeah.
Go violent.
So
And your
Pi,
masks.
Pi just says,
Yeah, and take off all your clothes.
And naked.
Why?
I want your what is it? Your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
So Pi just shouts at them. He's like, on your knees until my friends get over here and finish with those stupid twigs that I told them were going to attack us. You wait right there. And he's like holding his sword out and commands them to their knees.
All right, they both drop to their knees.
Yeah. Pi slowly unzips his pants.
Bye.
Who said you could stop? All right, Cluaden, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go down and visit the leader.
Okay. What
So
do
I'm
you
gonna
do?
be like, so you seriously gonna start fighting us? All of your friends are dead. What are you
Do
doing?
you mean, are you saying this in an angry way or a persuasive way?
In a sort of persuasive way, like just don't be an idiot. Like don't
Right.
be worm foods. Like it's that's a bad idea.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, that's
Use
charisma.
those,
shit.
stretch those
Oh.
social skills.
Oh my god.
Heck no.
For folks that didn't see the roll, that was an adjusted 0.
0.
I told you I ain't that charismatic.
He's gonna straight up spit in your face.
How dare you?
If only it was Pi's turn. Oh my god.
And in fact, it is now his turn. Let's see, what special things does he have that he could do?
Oh
Little
shit.
does he know, Cluarin is OP.
Yeah.
Claren's not going to be happy if I get hurt.
Do.
The guy's just gonna feel a tap on his shoulder and a ghostly hammer is gonna smash him across the face.
Exactly.
Why don't you go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, Cluaden?
Ooh. Adjusted 21.
Yeah, I got wisdom, but I ain't pretty.
So he is going to, you see him grab like a small piece of metal, and make some gestures and mutter some words. But whatever he does doesn't affect you.
Arcana? Can I do Arcana?
Yeah,
to
go
see
ahead.
What kind of spells he uses? Aww.
Adjusted 9.
Even though you rolled low, you're very familiar with the spell because you just got it. He had just attempted to cast Hold Person.
Oh.
No.
So I just look at him like,
It's a hold
was that?
person off. You're both just trying to hold person on each other, like face to face.
what's that?
Seeing that it doesn't work, he is going to attempt to run.
What?
So, Cluaden, if you so wish, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Sure. Well, I kind of don't want to kill him, but at the same time,
We've got
he's
his
running
two
away.
friends.
Yeah, and we've got his pals, and he did
And you
stab
can get
me.
him unconscious, you don't have to kill him. If you drop him to 0, he doesn't die. He becomes unconscious. I think.
Smash him. 13 to hit.
A 13 will hit him.
Yeah.
How much damage do you do?
75. 7 damage.
I go right for the knees, by the way.
Noted. And that is his movement
As-
speed.
I was like, Gorian got the right idea. He was like, aim for the ankles.
I'm little. I figure like knees about this height.
That's an overhead chop is his knees. Cloran jumps as high as she can and swings upwards, hitting his first
Into the
toe.
knee.
Yeah.
The final Twig Blight is going to round its fallen brethren and attack. I rolled an initiative checker again for some reason. One final attack against Alicia, dealing 2 damage.
Oh no.
Not two.
Oh my
Yeah, he's
God.
dead next turn.
We just
so-
got swarmed by a bunch of like wusses, man. These cultists and twig blights are just
It's
nothing.
fun though. I like it.
Just it's a nice little power bump, especially after you almost got stomped by that giant.
Yeah.
Alicia, you're up.
Range on Eldritch Blast is 120, so I can reach the boss guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
reach
70
across the
feet.
map.
Easily.
Okay. I know I have disadvantage, but I gotta do it. Can't let him get away.
Do it.
Get
do
him.
it.
Get him. Oh. Fumble.
course.
Ouch.
Fumble.
Hmm.
She hits him anyway.
Let's
he
see
dies.
what happens.
Oh no.
This is where he takes out his sweet potato grudge on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a sweet potato portal opens above Alicia.
Yeah. Alicia, in her confusion, shoves the dagger up her own ass and zaps herself. Just like, Just 20 internal damage.
All right. I'm going to roll a d4.
Oh.
So choose a number 1 through 4, Alicia.
2.
2. If I roll a 2. All right, you lucked out. Your shot just goes wide as the twig blight kind of like smacks you in the back.
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah,
That was a moment.
you lucked out, Pi.
Oh, it would have hit me, of course.
Aran, it's your turn.
You're not getting away, my friend. You're not gonna notice, notify your friends and have more than 4, 5.
There's still a twig blight up there, right?
Yeah, but
Yes, purple twig blight.
so that's 15, 20, 25. Can I move here and remove a corpse? Like, yeah,
Where were you moving?
on the
Yeah, you
corpse.
can step on the corpse. I'll get rid of it.
Step on the corpse, it's fine.
Okay, so now can I hit him without disadvantage from there?
Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, you could hit him.
Of course, I'm gonna aim for the ankles. Like a fourth wall voice told me, and I can hear like God intervention. Oh my God, this God is called Gorian something. Okay, I should hit for the ankles with my sword bow. Pew 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 pew.
All right, a solid hit for 6 additional damage. He is still up.
God
Damn.
damn it! He's a tough cookie. Okay.
Pi, it is your turn.
I shout at Pi, go get that bastard that spat on me. He spat on me.
I can't pull up the ruler for some reason. Which thing is the ruler again?
The Toblerone going into the hole.
So there's the magnifying glass, and then it's on that one under it.
That thing, and then snap
Yeah, there
to
you go.
center?
Mhm.
Yep.
Can I get to him
So
is what I'm trying to find out?
Yes, you can
Yeah,
get to him.
You
So-
can get to him.
Actually,
fucking
you would have to move.
You take
Those
2
guys are no
attacks of
longer
opportunity.
threatening.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not attacking.
Oh, that's true. They're the
so
ones
I'll-
that
They've surrendered. They've dropped their weapons.
Yeah,
so-
they've surrendered. So you can pass through their square.
So,
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
dexterity saving throw?
Yes, or yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Blah, blah, blah. 13?
Okay, cool. They subtly try to trip you up, but you're able to get past them.
Oh, those sons of bitches.
So you
I'm
are
so glad
able to
they-
get to that head cultist.
They
What-
should be glad they didn't, because I'd break their fucking ankles.
They're really asking to be killed, aren't
Christ.
they?
Yeah, these guys like suck.
Baron's not happy.
They surrender, but then they're still dickheads about it.
To be fair, you did just murder a bunch of their friends.
So they attacked us first,
Yeah,
to be
and
honest.
they surrendered, so we wouldn't murder them.
Well,
Like,
because you
oh
murdered
yeah, that's...
you murdered the person. They traveled from who knows where to talk to this one dude, and you murdered him.
And
Wouldn't
he
you be
attacked
pissed
us
off?
first too, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you be pissed off if you went to go meet someone like 300 miles away, 500 kilometers in metric, and then you go all that way, just find like the dude dead?
Yeah, I
Wouldn't you
guess.
be a little pissed off just to
I'm
walk
Pissed
back
off,
home?
but I wouldn't murder people for it.
Well, you
I'd
and
maybe,
I just
like-
have very different way on life.
So as Pi is charging towards this guy, just from a flavor context, since you obviously can't cast as you're moving, but as he's running towards him, he's essentially like squaring up the target. So he's using Hunter's Mark on this guy as a bonus action as he's charging the guy.
Get him,
Okay.
Pi, get him.
Fun fact, with Hunter's Mark, even if he goes like 100 feet away, you can still see or sense where he is because he's Hunter's Mark.
It
Like
basically
a GPS tracker.
So it increases the damage, and then it says I have advantage on any perception or survival checks to find them after that. So it's like we should be able to chase him
Try
pretty
to get him
effectively.
over.
That's a bonus action, correct?
Correct.
Do you want to try to tackle him? Or do you want to try
yes,
to
do
hit
that.
him?
Is that a
You
thing?
can grapple him.
Yeah, you can tackle him.
Tackle him, tackle him, tackle him.
Is that an actual?
It'd just be a opposed strength checks. That's
Punch him
all.
in the fucker.
Oh well, fuck yeah then. This little cultist bitch, like hell yeah. So,
So,
Out on my beautiful beard.
just as you know, from previous history, would you like to roll that with the bardic inspiration?
oh that's true. We didn't use it because I ordered those things wrong. So yeah. So this is Pi's chance at redemption. God damn it. Not gonna let another dude get past him. So yeah, we'd use the bardic inspiration and do strength check, fight, attempt to tackle this guy. So Pi lunges.
Come on.
Strength. I roll a 14 plus 4 would get me 18.
No, you have to roll the D4 or
Roll
D6.
your
D6.
roll d6.
Oh, roll a d6. Yoink. So an extra 2, so 16.
You got him.
Yeah.
As you charge up, you like cast that mark, and you're like, "I got this son of a bitch," and you leap forward, and you got him in a bear hug.
Yeah. Pi just gives him cute little kisses. He's just like, got you, you cultist.
Don't hurt
Just
his
like
armor.
nibbling on his ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that.
Gonna take you back to my druid hut. I mean,
No.
Pi already did have his.
Just no.
He already had his pants around his ankles because the other cultists. Like he's just ready.
Yeah. All right, Cluarin. There is essentially one actively murdering thing available. What do you do?
Let's see, it's too far away for me to get it with like physical action, so I'm gonna move. Let's see, I can only move 25 feet because I'm a tiny little dwarf.
Yep, you're a stumpy dwarf.
Yeah. Tiny little sounds cuter, please.
Well,
I'm
tiny
I-
little's
I
like a
did it!
halfling or like a gnome.
I'm a dwarf, it's cute. Anyway, I'm gonna try and shoot this motherfucker with my bow.
All right,
Everyone's all pissed off now.
Yeah.
16 to hit.
how much damage do you do?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
2
just happy.
solid damage.
Bang!
All right, the
That's the
that
first I've
bolt
hit
kind of
anything.
passes through most of it, but it does do a fairly decent amount of damage.
Mhm.
But it
First-
still stands.
First I've hit anything with my crossbow. I am pleased.
Oh,
All right. The Twig Blight is going to go next. And what should have been his last move before. So one last claw attack against Alicia. And fucking whiff that one.
Yeah.
Even with my low armor class.
Poor thing. It's pathetic.
Pi, make me another strength check.
Another
get away.
strength check. This
Nice,
dude better
nice.
not wriggle out of the way, I swear to God. Strength check. 18.
Nice.
You feel that cultist leaders really start to struggle frantically, but you are holding strong.
Yeah.
Alicia, it's your turn.
No running from daddy.
I feel confident that Pie's got this other guy handled, so I'm finally gonna finish off this twig blade, I hope. So,
Kill it.
I picture twig blights screaming like Ewoks, like they're like,
Why,
wait.
why are you running with the Salvador?
because he's right next to me.
Can't you do like move backwards and get an attack hit on you and then attack him normally? I think it works.
Like,
I mean, it's too late now. I already rolled.
For future reference.
Yeah. All right. You miss. You
Yeah.
miss.
pew.
I don't know what's up with Alicia lately. Getting too cocky.
Aran, will you finish off the twig blight, or will you kill the 2 helpless cultists in front of you?
Oh, I mean, helpless cultists are not my favorite cup of tea. But helping Alicia is. So I'm gonna move left so I don't hit Fluaren. And I'm gonna track the purple twiggy and hopefully take it out of its middle. See if my shot
Oh.
will trick.
24 to hit.
Nailed it. How much damage do you do?
9.
9. That twig blight is a dead twig blight.
Yay!
Yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and drop out of combat here. Doop. Clear all the turns. Get rid of that guy. All right. So
Little happy end of combat music.
Yay! He murdered things.
Murder, sweet murder.
Sexy murder. Sexy murder.
So let's clear the field of corpses here. You now have 2 surrendered cultists and 1 captured cultist leader. What do you do?
Come on, Alicia, take out your frustration of not hitting stick onto them. Make them talk. You are the best at this.
I mean, I'm not the best at intimidation. I'm better at persuasion.
Yeah, that's why I say make them talk. Don't kill them.
All right, I'll walk over and let's see. I guess I'll ask, like, whoa, what is that?
What is that?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that would also pop up on your screen. I didn't realize I could just do that.
It's
Look at this.
cute.
Oh my god.
I was about to say, I'm like, what is going on? There's like this little dude with a bird.
That is
my
That's
new
what the
armor.
cultists look like. Oh, that's a lot easier than actually revealing their freaking sheets. I should do that next time.
But then we wouldn't get the full effect.
Yeah,
we
the
wouldn't
full
see the
effect one.
whole guy.
Yeah, we wouldn't know how cool the armor was if we didn't see
Yeah,
it.
the armor was really
Yeah.
cool. The artwork's really
But
neat.
there's also no risk of you seeing the character, like my rolls, which is more
True.
important to me.
To you,
Okay.
maybe.
This is planned.
All right, so I guess I want to ask them. Oh gosh, Pi already asked them like what their intentions were, right?
Yeah. I mean, granted, they were in a pre-submissive state, so like they weren't quite ready to talk. I don't think.
Pi, are you going to bring your prisoner up with these other idiots?
How does that like mechanically work? Is he just like mind to
if you-
move around and command at this point? Like,
Grappled.
Give
I'm a-
me that you're grappled. Like if you want to do any like serious movement, it's another strength check.
I mean, I think as a group we should try and subdue him. So Pi would shout out. You'd be like, "Come over here, guys, and help me get this son of a bitch on the ground next to his idiot friends."
Dude, you are so strong. Just take out the rope and hang him tight. I mean,
Yeah, tie him up. Don't you have
Tie him
rope
up.
and...
I mean,
Everyone.
yeah, but I mean, like he's still actively trying to get away, so I can't like reach into my pack and get rope, and
So-
he's not gonna like willingly just let me tie him
Yeah.
up.
So I'd be
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
Aran, let's go get him and tie him up.
I'll
like-
stay here with the other.
Yeah, you stay with the other idiots. They seem more fine.
Tying up a present
All
for
right.
Alicia.
Well, it is seasonal.
Make him talk, to make him talk. Tying up a present for Alicia. To make him talk, to make him talk.
He's gonna do a thing here.
Can I try and make like an extra naughty note? Super naughty note.
Super naughty not.
So like put it from his mouth, from his head down, and like a full circle, including his genitals in the circle.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, you've got
So,
50
like-
feet of rope. You could get creative with it.
I want
Just
to tie
don't
him
have
up
it
Some
like
sort of
in a
bondage
full-
situation here.
Yeah, I'm just
in a
like,
full
wait a minute.
Circle bondage situation.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
This is the way I want to tie
I
it
didn't know
up.
we were traveling with BTK.
Yeah.
Can I do like what is
Wow.
So Pi looks at Iran. He's like, "Is this for business or pleasure?" Like,
it? No, it's
Little
for
bit more.
Alicia. It's a present for Alicia, so she can interrogate him better. So we're gonna wrap him up like a present.
so I moved Pi back because I would assume we would bring him next to his friends at this point.
Cultist associates.
Yeah, like we would have them in a
Couple of
line
friends.
His
essentially.
colleagues.
All right, so they are all in a line, all tied up in front of you.
Ducks in a row.
All right, so
Kick
I'll
the
ask them,
bastards that way.
what is going on here? Why did you attack us?
Who do you address that to?
Later.
I'll
the leader's
address
a
it
bit
to
of
the
a dick.
leader.
Okay. Persuasion.
Fail me now.
Persuade.
Present.
13.
13. I was not the right person for
I'm
this
not
job.
telling you anything.
I would ask his pals.
All right, so then I'll ask blue and green.
All
What's
right.
going on?
Persuasion.
All right.
With advantage because you've sufficiently cowed them.
23.
So blue keeps his mouth shut. Green kind of like looks at the leader, like just like he glances out of the corner of his eye and he goes, "We were here to parley with the dragon or the giant, so he could make us more powerful when he ascends to power.
How would he ascend to power?
Didn't you know? The giants are all in turmoil now.
That's cool.
They're all vying for power."
So he was going to be like King Giant?
Well, we don't know that, but we were here to hopefully ride his coattails and make us more powerful by proxy.
Well, I mean,
That's-
he's dead, so obviously he wasn't the right one. Maybe you should find a different giant.
I think you guys need
Well,
to hit
we
a
didn't
Planet
know that.
Fitness instead of a giant. You guys are weak and pathetic. He's like, whoa.
So I answered your questions. You'll let me go, right?
No.
I have another question. Have you
Another
seen, like, kind of
Druid.
an old druid guy walking around?
I mean, every once in a while, yeah. I mean, he lives. We saw him in that hut to the west.
But have you seen him recently? Because he left last night. We haven't seen him.
Oh, I mean, I saw him this morning
Where?
to the north.
I'd like
Uh,
to do an insight check.
yeah, like
Sure
Okay.
about that.
sense motive. Oh yeah, that's a
He is
2.
Totally telling
Can
the
I
truth.
also check? Because I don't think
Yeah.
he's telling the truth.
That's
either.
1
Iran.
from Iran.
He is. You have never been more sure of anything in your life.
Guys,
He is absolutely telling you the truth.
He's terrified, guys. You don't have to
Oh my
laugh.
god. I rolled a 4, but Kluarn got a 14.
So, Clewarin, you know he's lying. Everybody else, he's telling the truth.
Okay, so I'm gonna
God,
walk
it-
towards this guy.
What are you talking about? He's telling the truth. Everyone is telling you the
ju-
thing.
Just give me a moment, guys. Just one
Okay,
moment.
but you're wasting your time here. You
No, I
think
don't
he's
think I'm
telling the
wasting my
truth.
time. So, I don't think you're telling the truth, and I have a warhammer here, and I mean, this guy spat on me. I ain't happy with y'all, and if you don't tell me the truth, I'm gonna break your ankle.
Just
Like it.
a quick timeout here. I didn't realize Scottish people said y'all.
We do. Yeah, we do. Glaswegians
Huh.
especially. Hmm.
Interesting.
Universal.
Glasgow has a massive American country music street scene.
Ooh.
The more you know.
We have an opera house in Glasgow.
Wow. Things
Yeah,
I learned.
There you
today.
go.
you learn.
And that, viewers, is your lesson of the day.
My partner was like, she's American, and she's like, you say y'all, and I was like, yeah. We do.
That is
Yeah,
fucking fascinating.
Oh my god.
We don't say all y'alls, but we say y'all.
I mean, I don't say all y'alls.
But I have family that does in America, so I'm like, yeah, we say y'all, but not all y'alls.
I have probably heard that before.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I've heard fixin' to. Good.
I think I broke the DM.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's like, yeah, there's a huge American country music scene in Scotland. Duh.
It's like, obviously.
Yeah.
I could give you the history if you so desire, but it's probably not the right time.
A little off.
Now they're eating like hush puppies and grits and stuff like that. It's big in Scotland.
I want some grits.
Grits are
Yeah.
gross.
We say
What?
y'all.
What?
Yeah.
Sweet potato.
I like grits.
All right. Sorry. After my mind has just been blown, you're gonna have to refresh me on what you just said.
I threatened to
Swing
break
and
his ankles if he didn't tell me
Okay.
what he is up to.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage? I think this is the first advantage I've been able to throw this time.
Alright.
Right. Advantage.
You don't
intimidate.
normally need advantage.
Well, I'm also not usually into being intimidating, but these guys have pissed me off.
Nice.
They've really pissed me off.
Okay, let me roll my opposing check here. Which one were you adjusting that to?
Let's see, where
Let
am
me
I
just
on
bring the
the...
leader guy up.
Not the leader, because he's a wank nozzle and I want to punch him in the face.
It was the one
Um,
that just lied to us. Was it the?
Yeah, the
blue
one that
guy?
lied, whichever one that was.
Okay. He will go. All right, I lied. We saw him yesterday. That was basically it.
You are not good to tell you guys. Junior.
Honest.
No idea.
Please don't kill me.
My last question I have is, have you heard of Cragmaw Castle and do you know where it is?
It's like, that is a good
Are you
question.
still addressing that one guy, or is that a general question to the group?
I think we're kind of
I mean,
homing in on the green
I don't
dude.
care who tells,
Okay.
but I just want to know.
I've never heard of that place in my life. I'll help you find it if you let me go.
You are
That
an
doesn't sound very
intelligent
convincing.
You-
Inside
you
check
are-
again.
group. You are
All right, go ahead.
Please, come on. No. Florence is much better.
Nope.
It's,
He is gonna run at the first opportunity.
yeah. Nope.
And he doesn't know where Cragmaw Castle is.
No, definitely
You
not.
are
He's
not
definitely
intelligent.
telling the truth on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
he's gonna run.
Does anybody like have any other questions for these dudes?
Pi just, Pi goes, I've got a question. And he strolls up. Which was the one who just did that?
Green.
Green. Pi strolls up and literally, like, how much HP does he have left? Do we know? Roughly?
He
How-
is
hard
mechanic.
does it
Like if you were to have godlike powers and be able to identify how much people health had with the number value, with the numeric value, you would say he has 1 HP left.
Okay. And
Wow.
punching is non-lethal damage, correct?
Absolutely.
So Pi is going to go up to that guy and crack him across the jaw with his fist. He's gonna-
Roll to hit.
I don't have unarmed strike as a thing.
Just roll a d20 and then add your strength mod, or just roll a strength check.
So that's a 6, and then...
With advantage because he is tied up.
All right, so I'll do that again. Right. Worse.
Okay.
So with the 6, and then
Plus
with
your strength.
plus my strength mod, so that's 4, so a 10.
Yeah, you're able to crack him across the face.
So yeah, he just punches this guy out, and he goes, I am sick of all these games. Someone is going to tell us why you're here, what you want, and you're going to help us, or so help me God, you're all dead.
Paham.
So as you say that, the other guy, the green cultist, just keels over. Like,
Faints.
yeah.
The guy I punched, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Power of the paladin. It's very strong.
Is there a specific question you would like answered?
Just so he just shouts, "Do any of you know where Cragmaw Castle is?" And he's kind of eyeing up the leader because he kind of senses like he might know.
Okay. The leader is going to look at you dead in the eye and say, "I have never heard of such a place, you feckless idiot."
Oh.
I want to kill that guy, but I'm supposed to be good, but I kind of want to still kill him.
So
Insight?
yeah, I was gonna say insight check on that for sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to probe his anus with my finger. That will teach him.
Ooh, a 19 for Cal. Cal is like the truth
19.
seeker.
Yeah.
My wisdom's super high.
Pi gets a
Should've put my
13.
points into wisdom.
Aran with a 7.
It's funny. Aran and Alicia are super good at lying, not so great at identifying lies.
Yeah.
I'm good at identifying lies, but I can't lie worth a shit.
This is a party dynamic. Unique.
I'll be like,
Clu-
oh, they're lying. You need to do something.
yeah. Cluarin and Pi. Yeah, he is telling the truth.
So he has no
I
idea.
think
Hi.
they're telling the truth, guys. I don't think they know anything. I think they were pretty much here to talk to that idiot that we did things to.
I guess it's punishment enough
Yeah.
that we killed their friends and their giant.
Man, it's so hard to roleplay a good character. Like I'm chaotic good,
You're
so it's
good though.
yeah. So it's like I can't just outright murder these guys, but they're so clearly pieces of shit that like we shouldn't just like let go, like turn around and like go back to whence you came. Like
Are
I
there
guess
more of you inside the barracks, inside the place that's in front of us? Or is this all of you?
This is us, you idiot. The rest of us would have surrounded and murdered you by now.
I mean, you could have like coward, like you were trying to run away like a coward. So,
Or in a different area.
yeah.
Well, you just slaughtered a bunch of my men. Wouldn't you run away too?
Yeah. You guys
Okay.
are weak. My friend was correct. You have any valuable coins? Maybe if you give us some, we can let you alive.
Aran straight to the coin purse. He's like, "What kind of cash you got? Give me what's in your wallet."
If I give you what we have, will you let us go?
Probably yes.
If we
Depends
let
on
you
the
go, will
value.
you come after us again?
Aran, are you lying?
Yes.
What did
Roll a
you say?
deception check.
What did you
I
say,
asked
Aran?
if Aran was lying.
About what?
If you,
How did you
if
let
that they
them
would live if he gave them their treasure.
Oh,
my
26 deception.
26 deception.
He is
In
good,
the building
y'all.
we are in, there's a chest with 3 large diamonds, and then he kind of lifts up his neck. This is a potion of flying.
Damn, we're getting all the
These are
goods.
sexy.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like, oh
kidding.
shit.
I'm getting that.
And I will have your word that you let us go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ron's like, yeah. He's like grifting their pockets. He's like, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Cloarin, do what you want with him, Cloarin. He spit on you. You can do whatever you want with him. I don't care.
So Aran just strolls in,
Yeah.
loots it, and walks out.
Pi, so we're letting these guys go at this point. Is the
Well,
plan?
I would ask them if we let them go, would they? I mean, I'm assuming they would hold a grudge, but is that grudge hard enough that they would then come after us again in the future? Or are they going to leave us alone because we killed all their friends and their idiotic giant?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
20.
20
Adjusted
for... you feel like they would probably leave you alone.
Okay. But guys, I think if we let them go, they're just going to go on their way.
Meh, I don't care. I thought like you would could have some fun with him because he spit on you and take the
No,
revenge
I
of
think,
your
he's
people.
been brought pretty low. I want his mask. I want his mask.
Yes. Can we make them?
I
take
want the
clothes off?
masks.
I mean, yeah, they're tied up. You could take
I
their
want their
masks.
clothes and their masks.
I want the leader's cloak.
I want the
Okay.
mask.
It would look really good on me.
Can I shove a little Twiggy up his anus?
No!
For goodness sake.
We're treating these
Absolutely
people
not.
like shopping mall mannequins. We're just like, I'd like that shirt and that mask, that cloak.
Yeah. So he's like, if you let us go, you can have the masks and the robes.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think
yes.
I would wear the mask, but that robe is gonna look really good.
I like the mask. Yeah, I'm too little for the robe. I'd trip over it.
So he's like, you're gonna have to
Pajama.
work it off Steven. He's a bit heavier. It's tighter on him.
Wait, what? Are you trying to say I'm fat?
No,
Steven.
Steven's fat.
Steven, are you Steven?
He kind of
So you-
points at the knocked out one.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's saying like he thinks I should.
No,
need to
Steven is the fat one.
Wear
Yeah,
the,
we
sounds
need
like
to
he's
work
saying
it
I
off
need to
him.
wear the fat one.
No, it takes work.
Alicia's
to get
about to
off.
just straight murder this guy.
Let's just get them naked and let them go.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're wasting like 20 minutes on those guys.
On just
Discussing
stripping
what we're
these
gonna
guys.
do.
Yeah. All right. So they're stripped naked. They are now free of their bonds.
And I'm putting the leader's cloak on myself.
Yeah.
And I've got the mask and I'm like wearing it on my head like a little hat 'cause it's fucking cute.
So
Okay.
in a final act, so I'm assuming we've essentially like stripped them and cut them, the other guy loose, and we're about to send them on
Yeah.
their way. So before
Should we throw them some of the red brand cloaks so they can like cover themselves?
So before before we cut the other guy loose, Pie's gonna stroll up to the leader and just say, "You've got a big mouth, my friend, and this thing is gonna get you in trouble. Let me do you the favor of keeping your mouth shut." And he's gonna open his mouth and actually pull out his tongue and cut the guy's tongue off. And he's gonna say, "Now go and never come back."
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit!
Your alignment's
not-
gonna change.
Look at
Your
that
alignment is
fucking-
going.
He's alive. It's
It's not-
You can't
Okay.
manipulate people.
So that's what you want to do.
yes.
Roll me a strength check.
oh my
That is
god,
definitely what I want to do.
Fluarin
Yep.
does not want anything to do with this.
A 20.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this on the table. My opposed strength check for you to cut out this dude's tongue.
I feel nauseous.
I.
Yes.
You clamp your massive dragon mitt onto his mouth. You force open his mouth. You force open his teeth, and you. Did any of you stop him at this point as the
I
dagger
want
is
to
going
stop
into
him.
his
I'm
mouth?
right in there. I'm like, no, don't do that.
We all want to stop him.
No.
I'm curious at what will happen, but I'm trying to stop him.
No, bad. No, put the
Pie.
dagger down.
I don't think I'll win strength against him, but I'll still try.
What do you do?
Pie's gonna
I
turn.
wanna- I
So
want to.
so Pie turns to his friends and he goes, "First, you guys let these twigs come and attack us because we don't want to attack them. Then these guys insult us to our face, lie and attack us. And you're just going to let them go naked and embarrassed? We need these people to know that we are not to be messed with on our quest."
They
I'm-
already know that.
They know that.
I-
And we're not evil. Like, just let them go.
And Pie cuts out his tongue.
And this is how Pi became the final boss of our campaign.
Yeah, this is it. This is the final boss of our battle. Hey!
So he's as he's struggling, he's like, the knife is going in as Pie is saying all this. And he
No!
just- and then lets go of the cultist.
And
It's okay,
tosses
guys.
the tongue.
He had a bad day. Pi isn't like that. He
I'm not
just had a
speaking
bad
to you.
day.
Hi, we need to talk later.
All right, the cultists are going to bolt out of there.
Got him.
Wow.
Actually, it's funny. It's funny if we go wee. Okay, I was just gonna have the spiders come in and eat them, but that's a lot better.
No, it's not!
I mean, like, honestly, that is like Pie at this point is like
That's evil.
he's been very held back in a lot of ways. Like, he's much more wrathful than this typically. Like, even though he's doing these things in the name of Bahamut, like, he does not believe in just letting people get away with these kinds of things. So
That was evil.
Who's that moving on the map?
it's that
Miss
weird
Lady?
creature token that we saw shoved in our face.
The cute little halfling gnome thing.
Maybe he's
So as you guys are having this discussion, you notice Radoth growing and shrinking
that's
again
Radoth.
as he kind of
Oh,
meets
he's
you guys.
alive! I'm so happy. Rudolph, where were you? We fixed something for you everywhere.
I was checking out my spiders.
Are they okay?
Yeah, minus the
Good.
2 that were killed by the giant, but yeah, the rest of them are fine.
That's good to hear.
Anyway, he kind of looks down and just sees a whole bunch of blood and dead twig blights. I see you folk have been busy.
Yeah, these cultists came out of nowhere and started to attack us, and then the twig blights joined in. It was like a real big thing.
Well, you upheld your part of the bargain. I should uphold mine. I would be more than happy to lead you to Cragmaw Castle.
Yay.
Wonderful. We appreciate your help.
Do we need to take any provision with us? Is it far away from here? How long?
He kind of like looks up. About 5 days by foot. Cut through the forest.
Okay. I mean, do we go now, or do we
That's up to you folk. You can go right now if you'd
rest,
like.
Or what do you guys think?
I think we are okay to go now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're okay to go now.
All right.
We are kind of rested. I think we should take advantage of the fact that we are rested for once before we move on to do something.
Before we go, can I point out the few buildings that we haven't explored yet and said, do you know if there's anything good in any of these places?
Well, that building to the north, and he kind of points to the barracks, filled with ash zombies. Wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't recall seeing anything interesting. Most other places I'm assuming you've seen. But that's about it.
Okay, we
Nothing
never went
interesting in
inside
there
the
as far as I
building
know.
where the cultists were, right? There's nothing in
No,
there.
we-
Oh, the diamonds. He said they had
Yeah,
diamonds in
I
there.
didn't Aran like sneak in and grab those because it's
Yeah.
Aran.
Oh, did he?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah, I strolled in, took the diamond, said shoot, went away.
Okay. All right, then shall we proceed to Cragmaw Castle?
All right. So you guys begin your journey through the forest. I'm going to roll here for something. So while you guys are going through the forest, are you going in like a particular marching order or anything like that?
Well, I'm staying away from Pi because I'm not happy with him.
I'm
Okay.
going next to Pi because I feel for him. He had a bad day, big guy. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, Pi would be in front naturally anyway. So, I mean,
I guess I'll be hanging out. I usually walk with Iran, but I'll be hanging out with Klarin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm like, can you believe him? Like,
Oh no, he didn't.
oh no, he didn't.
So you guys have this really awkward kind of day where Pi is filled with this righteous indignation, and you guys are just like talking shit behind his back.
No, I'm not.
As
But I'm
you
thinking
camp-
about it.
Yeah. So you guys go to camp for the night. Who takes the first watch?
Pi would.
Pi would.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Uh,
before the night starts, he just looks at his friends and he sees everyone's kind of like looking at him differently than they were before, and he just kind of like lets out a sigh, and he just goes, "I know you don't agree with what I did, but that man was up to no good, and they were trying to hurt us, and they were worshipping giants of all things, and he just didn't know what was good for him. I think I did him a favor. His life will be better without that tongue, but I apologize if that was a bit much for you guys. I mean no disrespect, but I just will not see us be disrespected like that."
I can understand where you're coming from. I just feel like it was a bit harsh, especially since we had just humiliated them, killed all their friends, killed the giant they were trying to worship. Like, took their clothes. You smacked them around. I mean, they've kind of gotten their due, you know?
I would
Present
normally
powers.
I would agree, but that man just kept talking, and I just needed him to know that we bested them on that field that day.
Okay,
Quite
but I'm
sure
just
they
saying,
know that.
like, we don't have to kill every asshole.
Oh, he's very alive, just very mute.
I
We don't
agree.
have to. We don't have to mutilate every asshole. I should have said.
Pi just kind of giggles, but he's like, all right. I'm sorry.
Just, like-
he just got to me.
I get it. Listen, I get it. I don't necessarily approve of it, but I understand your point of view. Just before you do something that kind of like over the top, maybe like, let's talk about it first.
Why isn't Alicia the cutest? Talk like a mom. She's our mom. She's the mom.
She's the mom of the group.
Alicia. Mom.
I can't tell if you're like patronizing me.
No, I'm trying to be annoying.
Well,
Guys, chill out. We got so much gold. We killed the giant, going to Krogmore Castle. Everything is fine and done. Worry not. Don't worry.
All right.
So yeah, Pi after that little interaction, Pi takes the first watch.
Don't worry.
All right. So you guys, we'll just break you. You guys are over here now. So Pi is kind of staring into the fire, just thinking of the previous day's event. Pi, why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Yeah, that sounds
fuck?
exciting. Perception. Okay.
it.
Just at 11.
So maybe you're distracted. Maybe your mind is really far off. Maybe you're doubting what you did. Maybe you're taking your companion's, derision to heart. But whatever you're doing, you don't notice as this group of humanoids burst out of the trees around you, and we'll see you next time.
Oh,
What were they wearing though?
were they naked?
I don't know, you'll
it's
find
the
out next
naked
time.
cultists.
Did they have tongues?
As the cultists come running out,
Yeah,
super
that was
pissed.
that was a good session.
We're
That
going
was
for a
really
naughty.
good.
We're going for a naughty next session, guys. Don't miss it. Naked cultists and fire.
Yeah, a naked cultist fight and a tongueless man fight our group.
I feel like that
Really
was a
good
good
pick.
balance of like combat and RP.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good.
That was good times. Oh man. Well, on that note, I don't know. I'm feeling playing Pi more aggressively when it comes to things like that. So I think I'd be down with his alignment even adjusting as a result of his actions as things go forward, because I don't think that'll
if you
be.
keep going down that path, it's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez-o.
I was gonna say I don't. I
Gracious.
imagine that won't be the last of that.
I like the fact that it can become unpredictable like that. It's like putting another perspective on the character, that he's not just a goofy good guy. He has other stuff as well.
Yeah, this gets
I
more
like
into
character
the Pi that I designed is more this way. So I think I'm starting to angle him more in that direction. So it's should be interesting.
Okay.
All right, making a player note, add more events where Pi can cut out tongues.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
Gene Simmons appears from the woods and tries to attack you. It's just like-
That's dark.
My God. Well, on that note, I guess we will see what nonsense our party gets into next week, as apparently Pi fails his guard and we get ambushed in the night. Holy crap. How'd you guys feel? Good sesh? Good session?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, he's good.
Was it good for you?
Didn't,
All right,
didn't
good.
expect you to cut out a tongue.
No, neither did I.
I honestly, I didn't premeditate that at all, but when he kept mouthing off, I'm just like, Pi would not be cool with this. Like, and I don't think he would be fine just saying like, all right, go, like getting assaulted like that, like verbally, he would do something. So we are where we are, I guess.
It makes it
Knows how
more
to push you.
interesting.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks again for tuning in to the Tales of Whimsy, episode 12, episode 13, Lucky 13, next week. And we will see what happens to our lovely crew of people. Carl, Panos, Cal, Deb, thank you as always. Everyone tuning in, thank you guys. We love you. We will see you next week. Mm,
Bye.
Sayonara.
Bye.
Guys.